Two double. Hey. Problem. We live. Just checking in. Hey, let's get it. Time to talk it out. No doubt. Let's go. T double gin in the mix for sure. Real talk, no cap, straight facts. Let's win. Mic on. We locked in. Let's begin. Whoa. We break it down, no script, no gimmicks. Hot takes, deep thoughts, no yeah, been. From the real to the wild, no limits, no doubt. So pull up, tap in, it's time to talk it out.
Hello all, what it do? It's your girl Jen checking in. You already know what time it is. Welcome to another episode of Time to Talk It Out podcast. I am your slightly thick, extremely colorful bestie, auntie, cousin, friend, sister, girlfriend in your head, whatever you need me to be. I am showing up for you as that in this space, and we are here to talk it out. My very handsome co-host.
What up, dog? It's your boy, T.
He has been getting everything together to make sure that we can have a wonderful show today. On this magnificent Monday.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely Monday. I was thrown off. Yeah, my bad. I'm a little late to the party. I just wasn't. Monday, kind of. I wouldn't work today, so I was thrown off. It don't feel like Monday. So.
What?
But happy Monday. See you guys. Happy motivational Monday. You know, even though it's the end of a Monday, it's still the beginning of a week. Let's make it a great one. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Let's make Monday great again.
Absolutely. Let's not bring nobody into this world and let's not take nobody out, you know? Let's do some good stuff tonight. Let's make this a positive night, you know, for once. Some good stuff.
Whoa, yeah.
You know, speak some positive.
Let's not bring nobody
positivity
into this world.
Or
take nobody out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's not do one of those.
Absolutely, at least, you know, at the very least, you know. So, you know, coming to you guys again with another banger.
Banger?
One of the, you know, one of the very best episodes, or one of the very many, because all of them are the best anyway. 29, to be exact, man. We out here in the world. 29 is where we are. Episode 29. Proud to be here. Thanks to
somebody.
You
oh, it's not me. Just wanted to let y'all know I'm 27 still.
Thanks to you guys. We're here.
See, just letting me know it's 10 o'clock. We was a little early.
Yeah, see? Yeah, that's why I was like, oh,
better
you
late
started
than
right
never.
now. I thought you was kind of just warming up. I was like, so, yeah, I was like,
Because I'm like, I thought you told me hit record. I'm sorry. We wasn't a little early.
You know,
better early than late, and better late than never.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine though, you know. So, you know, today coming to you guys with some great info. Some stuff not so good, I guess, you know.
Man, so. I mean, it's 2025. It's Detroit. It's not gonna all be peaches and unicorns.
Absolutely. Detroit is in great need of a prayer at this moment.
We come to report, okay, the real raw rap.
Absolutely.
First of all.
Absolutely.
So sometimes it's not gonna be pretty, but please believe it's gonna be real, it's gonna be true. We're gonna fact check. You know what I'm saying? What up though, Greg?
What's the deal, Greg?
Thanks for tuning in to Time to Talk It Out with your girl Jen checking in and your boy T Double.
And your boy T Double. We might tell you a joke. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, okay?
Okay, I like that. I'm still in it.
That's one thing though. You know, I'm just passing it down. I got it from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
I'm liable to tell you a joke. I'm funny
absolutely.
as hell. I have come to realize
you'll catch a joke quick.
I crack me the F up. So I know some of y'all be laughing too.
Yeah, you'll catch a joke quick. You know what I'm saying? Might tell you a joke.
You know.
I ain't gonna tell you no lie though. You know what I'm saying?
Period. But y'all know we usually don't start off the show joking.
Yeah, absolutely.
We usually start off serious. Resting in peace to those that we lost this week. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Forgive me if somebody specific has escaped me. Because I have been focused on these children that I don't even know.
Absolutely.
Ain't heard of until, and now they all I can think about. My daughter is 15.
Yeah.
His daughter is 17 and what, 14?
14, yeah, 16.
16? Right. 16-year-olds to this month found not alive in Detroit. One at a cemetery after, being, hanging out with two other individuals who I don't know if one of them was an adult, one of them was a child.
Right.
Somebody was arrested in that case. And then now, yesterday or day before yesterday, Thursday, about 8 o'clock. So it was still light outside. That's why the park, Butzel Park in Detroit, was still open.
Absolutely.
Somebody done unalived the 16-year-old by pew-pewing him in his dome.
Yeah, that was it was crazy.
At the park, in front of everybody.
Bustle, yeah.
This is absolutely horrendous, man.
You know it's enough to pass around, man. Yeah, absolutely. It was a terrible moment. I definitely heard about that. The 16-year-old kid at the park in front of other parents that was with their kids. It's just terrible. It's just it's a moment that it's unexplainable. Like you got to be there to see it, and just to be there is traumatizing. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm straight. No, I really don't got to be there to see it because I could just about imagine from movies and stuff like that, and I don't never want to see nothing like that. I want to pray against that. You know what I'm saying? In my city, in my country, in the world, like I want to pray against violence, especially against children. But I want to pray against violence. Period.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's really not the answer.
Yeah.
Cain slay Abel. And I think that was the first act of violence on this planet. And I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. All the way back then.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I stand against it. And I come in love and light, peace, and helping people to get closer to God. Like, that's what I'm about. I feel so bad for these people, these parents, these teachers, these friends.
Yeah.
Like, these are babies. 16. Like, when you think about as a almost 40 and I'm 41 years old, can you think about how much of a baby you was at 16?
Man, what? 16, man.
You thought you was grown, but when you hindsight is,
I don't even think I knew what a gun was. I don't never think I probably held one before. I don't even think I had shot it at the age of 16, not yet. So, back then it was definitely boundaries, kind of way more attentive or just kind of different.
And you want to know something crazy though? Now that I really think back, I was like 15 the first time I shot a gun, and I was a dang on girl. Shot it out the back door, shot the garage. First boyfriend ever, his big brother had a shotgun and let me shoot it out the back door.
I shot out the back
15, off the back porch. 15. So I'm not speaking like I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm just holier than thou and I just think I'm all that. No, I'm speaking from experience on both levels.
Yeah.
As a teenager and as a parent of a teenager.
Absolutely.
Who said that buck stopped here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My daughter was not about to, and not saying that my mama didn't care. She just let me know. My mama taught me better than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then she had to go to work. So she wasn't there to see if she she wasn't there to reiterate it. You know what I'm saying?
You still sneaked and did it.
Because I was so smart in the books, she assumed I was gonna be that smart socially.
Right.
And so, she wasn't there to reiterate.
Yeah, see, at 16, I played a lot of football. I probably had just lost my virginity, so I wasn't really even.
But see, that's how a lot of violence end up happening between teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not equipped to handle the P word. They're not really equipped to handle the emotional things that come with sex. So a lot of these kids that's out here pew-pewing each other, it's about sex that they ain't even got no business having and we don't even know. It's about them getting into it online, Twitter, social media, about girls and girls about guys. You know, trying to impress. And it's just the same stuff that was going on when we was teenagers, but it's on a whole deeper, bigger level now because it's worldwide people now. At first, you only had to impress the people at your school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta impress the whole damn internet.
Yeah, because people will embarrass you on social media. You will go on the shell. You know, that cause. You think you gonna go viral? You scared you gonna go viral? I mean, that also caused kids to go in the corner. That's a form of bullying. Also caused kids to be pent up in the corner. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, you scared you gonna go viral with bullying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, you probably never seen Mean Girls, the movie, where they had the burn book, where they put all of everybody's business in this book. You know what I'm saying? And eventually the book got out. Somebody made copies of the book and sent it around the school. That's basically somebody put somebody, you know, exposing somebody on the internet. It's the same, but Mean Girls was before the internet really exploded like that, so it was a book. It's Facebook now.
Yeah, see, with us, it's
Instagram now.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of social media growing up, right? Basically.
Yeah, it's just a digital book now.
That's all it is.
It's a digital burn book.
Yeah. It's
the T app.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's easy. That's why everybody got their phone out so fast. It's easy access to, you know what I'm saying, to put you on social media somewhere, show everybody what you look like, or show everybody what you do.
He said, all we have is newspaper.
Right,
yeah. But exactly. You know, Right On Magazine, Word Up Magazine. You know what I'm saying? The damn tabloids when you at the grocery store with your mama and you stand there and read National Enquirer while y'all waiting in the line.
Read the little covers and hurry up and
before they tell you gotta sit it down or you gotta buy it. I used to be like, first of all, I'm 8. What are you talking about? You gonna tell my mama, you gotta tell her she gotta put that down or you gonna have to buy it. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? You know, domestic violence. This lady done got unalived at Henry Ford Hospital because her ex-husband don't want to move on. It is 1 billion people on this planet, bro.
It's so much, man.
And at the end of the day, if you know that you got some type of mental thing going on, seek help. Don't take somebody's life.
So much to this story that's crazy that I kind of found out doing my little research. He said with the food stamp book, absolutely, we have food stamp books with the paper. We ain't had a card, you know.
And your mama used to give you the one with the dollars in there, so you can go get the snacks.
You have paper dollars.
Or what about? Look, I ain't even gonna say that. My mama gonna be like, there you go, talking about me again. So I ain't gonna say about how you used to cash them bitches in for change.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, we did that. Got change back.
We talked about that already.
Yeah, absolutely. But doing my research on that case, on the Henry Ford incident. The dude was actually Mario Green, his name. He was actually banned from the hospital because of prior incidents with her, you know, prior altercations with her.
I heard he called her new man 20 times and told him he was gonna kill her.
And also, he also it was a restraining order out on him. The first time
that's what I'm saying.
It was on me now. Yeah, the first time they denied it, but then they came back and they never served him with it. He never got served with it. The judge came back and approved it, but he never got served with it. But he was banned from there for sure. He was banned from the hospital, and he still was able to walk in, let alone with a weapon. So it was just real bad. So
see, because the only time they really have a metal detector at the hospital, especially is emergency. Yeah. And I heard he disguised himself as bringing her lunch or something like that. Like, I don't know. But
they went to her office in the basement. Yeah, straight to her. Yeah, he wasn't even supposed to be in there, but you know that's crazy. That's just another crazy incident. Come to find out, he had somebody who was helping him, a co-defendant, and a guy. His name is Anthony Lee Lamont Bennett, whatever. Barnett, to be exact. And he was helping him with advice, telling him to toss his phone I don't know if he was helping him with the car, told him to move the car or switch cars or whatnot. But when they found out that the guy was, was helping or whatnot, he also...
You going to jail too?
Yeah, he also got, he's also in
Stupid.
custody.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, listen.
It's just not worth it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't see what could have led to this. I hear stories where people say, you never know what she did. Now, first, if they're having these if they have these kind of alignments, I have a PPO out against you. You are banned from my job. Obviously, whatever that she has done.
First of all, you never know what she did. Really? That just goes to show you people are sick. First of all, people are literally sick. People do not care about women. They don't value life, period, for real. But they really, the least valuable life is that of a woman, and especially a black woman. You got kids, you got white men, you got white women, you got black men, and then you got women. Black women. We is the last on the totem pole, okay? People cares absolutely nothing about the life of black women nowadays. And questions like that people was putting online to say, what did she do? Like, are you serious? First of all, she clearly wasn't doing nothing but being at work at that time.
I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah, at that time.
So, like, what did she do? Did she cheat? Did she take his money? None of that is worth taking her life.
Yeah.
So I do not care what she did. And anybody who is trying to evaluate and care what she did, that's a huge red flag, and they is probably demonic and a killer themselves.
For trying to justify it is crazy.
What? That's what I'm saying. It's like
the outcome is just.
It's like these Trump supporter type situations. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, January 6th was justified, even though people died and nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. I feel so sorry, like I said, for all of the people in Detroit who have been affected by the recent uptick of violence. They want to say that violence is down in Detroit, but they want to say that violence is down in America, period. But I don't see how and where that's true. It does not seem like that. But you want to know what? I'm grateful for Psalms 91. I'm grateful for the covering of the Heavenly Father and the blood of Jesus. And I just stand on that. I got to do better. You know what I'm saying? At testifying about that and of being obedient and showing my appreciation, because people is literally like Psalms 91 say, people is dying over here, left and right, and God keeps me. So I have to keep thanking him and acknowledging it is him. It's nothing else. It ain't luck. It ain't, because I'm a thug. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's the grace of God that got me survived 41 years in Detroit, especially when I was younger and dumber, because I'm still dumb in areas, okay? I'm smart, I'm wise, and I'm getting wiser and better, but I still do dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? We all do. It's a work in progress. So I'm grateful that I have been, saved so many times where, look, 16 years old, 4-year-old, 6-year-old, shot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pew-pewed, whatever you want to say. Luckily, 3 people was arrested in that case where the 6-year-old was pew-pewed. Like, 6, man, you can't even make it to 2nd grade out here?
Yeah.
You playing in your own house? I'm sick about what's been going on, but at the same time, the heavy laden is who God comes for. So I'm putting this burden at the feet of the Lord. I invite you guys to do the same. Join us in prayer. We are a praying podcast.
No, go ahead.
Am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
And, this city of Detroit needs to come together and pray. And I'm sure it's going on all over the country. Especially black people. We all need to come together and pray for our youth. Now I'm going to stop talking for a minute.
Oh, no, I mean, finish up.
That's really all I got to say about the violence going on in Detroit. You know, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus, and we need to come together and pray against it and pray for each other. All of us believers, you know, pray that the unbelievers can be touched by God and that they can join us, because the more of us testify and bring unbelievers over to believer, the stronger our prayers will get together, and the more of us can be saved, and the less violence can be going on in each of our cities.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. You know, we just I was just wanted to say we just need more programs like the Detroit 300 and stuff like that. We need more of community programs with people, you know, that look after the community. Just people pitching in, you know, just not just doing it for themselves, just the community all together. You know what I'm saying? Centerline High, yeah, wow.
And that's the suburbs.
And school just started.
That's
so.
Crazy. So you know what's happening. They've been talking online all summer.
Absolutely. This is another social media type
of deal. At Centerline High, they had a group chat.
Yeah, I can believe that could be some social media or something. You know, it's quick, but that's another place that we gotta protect. We gotta protect the schools. We need metal detectors at all schools, at all doors, at all costs. Kids don't go in or out into school unless they go through a metal detector.
Unfortunately, that's where we are.
That should be one thing that is guaranteed.
Because you got 13-year-olds with guns.
We don't even have time for nothing like that.
6, 7-year-olds.
Yeah, we don't have time for nothing like that. It's already bad enough that, you know, kids are gonna be driving. So. You know, you can't say personally what they can stash in their car, you know, so they got access to go and get it, which is bad because everybody has to go outside, you know what I'm saying, already. So, you know, we got to control what we can, and metal detectors are almost a must to the point where we're putting them outside at events now, you know. So that's the thing, you know, you can't even go to an event without having to go through a metal detector. If it's a huge event, you will be going through a metal detector, even if the event is outside. Yeah, like she said, that's where we live in. So, you know, that's what we made it. My grandma used to say, you make your bed hard, you gotta lay in it. And that's exactly what's happening. We're making it a hard bed to lay in, but we the ones that gotta lay in it. So, yeah, it's real bad. On top of that, the little Henry Ford little deal, it was another case right before that, a Ford Explorer, where the take started on Linwood and West Grand Boulevard. It was 2 people injured in the incident, 1 unalive, 1 injured. The shooting started on Linwood and West Grand Boulevard. They fled down to the front of the hospital where the other person was unalive, and it was literally right before the shooting inside of the hospital, but it had no connections to, no ties.
I was just about to ask you.
So, you know, it's just...
I mean, are they sure that it wasn't like a distraction or whatever?
Yeah, it was no ties to. It's just corruption going on around corruption. And we just gotta, you know, we just gotta pray more, stick together more, you know, more activities, community activities, more.
Yeah. You know, shout out to all of the organizations that, like, you know, Detroit 300, New Era Detroit, organizations like Detroit Youth Choir. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so proud to be a part of their family. My daughter is a part of their family, and I see the change that he is making in the world, Mr. Anthony White and his beautiful wife.
Absolutely.
And the whole staff there at Detroit Youth Choir, the kids, the parents. But he is one person, one organization. The Detroit 300, they one organization. You know, all of these organizations can only help so many people at a time. Like, we have to start at home. It's important that at the very least we have to be finding these places. Like, I want to find out, because Mr. White was looking for 200 kids. I hope he got 500 that came to audition, because if not, that's a problem. We as parents have to be out here looking for this stuff, because we can't be complaining and saying, oh, it's not out here, and we ain't looking for it. We can't be complaining and saying it's not out here and we're not willing to pay for it. Everything's not gonna be free for your kids. Sometimes you're gonna have to sacrifice and pay for it. But that's what you got to be willing to do, because we spend and waste more money on bull crap. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you keep what you got. Speaking of that, they just opened up a new rec center, I believe, on the east side.
Okay, awesome.
That was just opened up, big, huge for the kids, you know.
So see, that's the change that we want to see. That's what I'm talking about. I love to hear that. I hadn't heard that.
Absolutely.
So that's great. Okay, good. And that's what we're talking about. That's what you said. We need more of that. Yeah. Right. Make sure y'all go check them out. Sign up.
Sign your kids.
Because you might not remember, but you might, because you had kids back then. They was little though. They wouldn't have been old enough to go there. Youthville.
I heard of Youthville.
Youthville, Detroit. It used to be on Woodward and like the Boulevard. Yes.
Yeah.
When I had custody of my little sister, I had her in that. You know what I'm saying? I was 19. She was 11. I knew then that it was important to have her involved in the after school activity. And I had to pay for that. Absolutely. And that was all the way back then. Absolutely. So when I had my daughter, as soon as my daughter turned 4, I got her involved in ballet.
See, it's things like that, you know, that changes, you know, it just changes the dynamics. It used to be a commercial that came on back in the day. You say, do you know where your kids are? Right now, if that commercial came on and, you know, and you really asked yourself that, a lot of parents look and they probably can't say where their kids are because they just know they outside somewhere. Back in the day, you had a radius. You was between this house and that house. Don't cross that. Don't go past that house. Past that house, you better stay in this little radius right here.
Especially if it's dark. You better be lucky you outside the threshold of the door.
It
is dark outside.
When I look out there, I better see you, basically.
Right, what?
Yeah.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And I was not sneaking out. Yeah, right now, I might have had some company sneak in when Mom was organized.
True story.
But I wasn't sneaking out. I was scared to sneak out. You know what I'm saying? First of all, because I watched the news, I knew what was going on. I wasn't going out there. What I look like? I'm straight. I got everything I need right here. You can either come here and visit me or not. And luckily, I wasn't, at that time, when I was young and no point, I wasn't calling grown men to the house like to catch a predator.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, you know.
You know, by the time I was messing around with grown men, I was outside. Now, I ain't gonna act like I wasn't messing around with grown men, because if you know me, you already know. But I wasn't bringing them to my mama's house. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just, his boundaries and things is different in 2025. We got to get more crafty and cunning against the enemy, because the enemy is pulling out all the stops.
Yeah, go back to that structured lifestyle.
He's pulling out all the stops.
Whatever it is, it's just about knowing. You know, as long as you know. And that's why we speaking about the programs. The more programs that they are here for us, they're here for us, for our children. You know, the more we put them in, the more they can bring around, the more they can keep them around. When we don't involve our kids, we're not giving them the chance to even go and check it out. Hey, just go and check it out. Let's go and look at it. You're just letting them say no to it. Just
first of all, you is the damn boss. You can't let them say no.
Correct.
You cannot.
Correct.
You watch them. You pay attention to what they doing already.
Absolutely.
What they like to do. What they running around doing in your face? Oh, they dancing all the time. They singing all the time. They building shit. They breaking shit down.
In the hoops all the time.
Yeah, whatever it is you see they like to do all the time for free, that's what you need to go pay for them to do.
Go put them in a program.
Find it. Google it. We got so many more resources now than our parents had.
And it does so much for you in one. It puts your kid in a program. It helps you. People in programs helps you with your kids after a while. You know what I'm saying? You know, also, it gives you just comfortability and knowing where your kid is at. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that they in this program, they well taken care of at a time. You can sit, you can relax. You probably got, you know what I'm saying? It may be a practice or something that's 2 hours. You may say, hey, I don't want to go back to the house. You can sit in your car right here. The 2 hours you have to practice. That's your little breather.
You can read. You can go to the gym. You can read your Bible. You can whatever it is you do. Okay, I mean,
kid is good. Safe.
And listen, I know. Because that's my life. You know what I'm saying? 2 hours really not a lot of time.
It's not, right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got a 15 minute commute. Don't let it be a 30 minute commute. Now your 2 hours just turn into 1 hour.
Right,
so you might as well sit down, read a book, write a book.
Yeah,
you know, take a webinar. That's a time where you can work on you know what I'm saying, sit in the parking lot at the venue and take a nap, whatever you need to do, but you got to sacrifice and you got to pour this time and energy and money into your kids. Nobody, you know, is going to love on your kids like you will. Now, God forbid you sick, you know what I'm saying, can't show up for your kids the way you want to. We not all perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I'm Jennifer. Hi, I'm not Jesus. Okay? So I don't walk on this earth in perfection. But what I am is intentional. Especially the older I get. The more I understand that you cannot just go through life on autopilot.
Absolutely.
You cannot just drift your way through parenthood. You cannot drift your way to success in your career. You can't just drift your way to and through nothing.
Absolutely.
The way you do that, I mean, when you do that, is the way to death. You know what I'm saying? But you got to keep your eyes on the prize, which is the good things, the truth,
Absolutely.
Right? The truth and things that are good and lovely. You keep your eyes on that. Manifesting those things in your life through prayer, through works, through loving on other people. Sometimes you be so lost, you don't know what to do for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Because you ain't supposed to all the time. That's where faith comes in. And understanding that when you got faith in the truth, which is that God got your back, you don't have to worry about all that. You give it to God. What you can do, be on the lookout for when God leads you to help somebody else. Because that's where your works is. Faith without works is dead. Your works 9 times out of 10, you ain't even supposed to be working on your own problem. You supposed to work on somebody else's problem. Because God is in the background working on your problem. And you show your faith in that by not even paying no attention. You give it to God and then you let it go. And then you listen to him for where he sends you. He'll send you to help somebody. He'll send you to help one of these kids that need it.
Absolutely.
Just because that ain't your kid don't mean you ain't called to them. So many kids are fatherless. You got guys out here with 9, 10, 12 kids, right? Comfortably. Spending time with them as much as they can, taking care of them. I watch Pop the Balloon a lot. You know what I'm saying? Dudes be on there like, I got 8 kids. You know what I'm saying? If you run around out here with no kids, 1 kid, 2 kids, you got space to mentor some kids. If you know for a fact you a positive, God-fearing person that would mean them no harm and nothing but good, it's almost your responsibility.
And you got that patience, you know. That patience is a virtue.
But yeah, it is. It definitely is. But even if you don't got it, though. Even if you don't got it. Because God will give it to you if you willing. Because some people don't really got patience, but they willing to pour into kids just because they know nobody poured into them.
Yeah, that's
and they're like, shit, fuck it, you annoying, but... And you know that, especially with football, coaches and shit, they be like, look. I seen that when we was watching them little kids right before your last game. And that coach, I'm like, I think I asked you. I was like, damn, that's how we talk to the kids?
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, that... He was like, yeah, because when they get to high school and college, that's how they're going to talk to him. They're not going to, because I think he said, I'm not going to hold your hand.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold your hand. And he was like, yeah.
It's a game of life, you know, and that's another reason.
But it's in love, though. When it's in love, sometimes tough love, God chastens those that he loves. You know what I'm saying? If you love a kid, you're not gonna just let them do some dumb shit and not tell them and not punish them.
Yeah.
It's in love, though. It ain't you ain't torturing them.
Again, yeah, absolutely.
You showing them that it get worse out here.
Yeah, you want them to do this the right way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's
so,
the thing.
I just want us to lead more with positivity, you know, especially in the black community, especially in Detroit.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in Detroit. We just got to come together. That's all.
We do. Yeah. And one of the things that I love, and my Detroit obsession for this week, and I hate to say obsession because that's kind of like weird, but like I love it. Cash Grab Detroit. Right.
Cash Grab, yeah. Big shout out to Cash.
That was right over here. You know that, right? Again.
Yeah, he's been over here a few times.
We keep missing it, but it's okay. Somebody else got the blessing. But Cash Grab Detroit.
Shout out to Cash Grab on Instagram.
On Instagram, thank you. What they do is they hide money, and then they like put a video clue on their Instagram. And then you go find it.
Right. Now, see, the trick to it is, now, and I'm not mad at how he does it, you have to be subscribed to his page, which I think his subscription...
That's new, though, right?
No, that's how you see the drop at the time. So you can see it after it's posted. Now, how to actually see the drop when he's dropping, you have to be subscribed to his page, and you're going to see when he drops it right live, so you get a chance to go and get it. If you're not subscribed, then you just get to see it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Because that's how he's funding. Because I was wondering to myself, like, you know, and when he first started, he probably had a little stash. He probably won some money or something. Whatever, however he got his first little stash. He's like, okay, now we going to do it like this to keep it going. Listen, I'm going to subscribe.
Absolutely. Another thing.
How much it cost?
I think it's just like $4.99 a month. It's just a regular, I think. I'm not too sure on the price. I'm not too positive. But another thing I like.
I'm probably going to subscribe.
Another thing I like that he do is he don't put enough money in there for you to fight over. Like, you know. $150
was the most I seen so far.
It's a good enough money to run into and to be like, hey, I'll just, you know what I'm saying? I just picked up $50. Ain't nobody, I have not seen no violence. It's all in fun when I see it. You know what I'm saying? And I like that about it. To the point where subscribe, and that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's just anybody. Ain't no just anybody see it.
See, I didn't know that. See, because look, I'm gonna fold my arms.
You know, yeah, but
because
I didn't.
Yeah, but still, big shout out to him.
Shout out to him, that's still. I'm not mad at that.
But I'm just saying, I didn't know that. Like, I thought I had a chance just being a follower of the page. I didn't know I had to subscribe.
Yeah, you got.
But that's cool. I don't mind. Like I said, you know, because it's like the lottery. Motherfuckers pay more than $4 on the lottery.
Yeah, a day.
Exactly.
And that's a month. Whatever his subscription is, it's a month.
So, yeah, that's cool because you never know when he gonna be in your area where you live, or you just gonna happen to be in the area where he...
Yeah, right, absolutely. That's totally a thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was my all for What Up, Though? Is You Cool?
What up, though? Is you cool?
Yeah, Detroit.
I don't know. I might have something else. I might have forgot something, but yeah, I think I'm done with that too. If we come up with it later, remember something.
We'll just run. You know what I'm saying? We'll just run through it. But Detroit ain't been cool lately, you know. So that's the most part of it.
Pray for us, though.
Yeah, Detroit need a big prayer right now. You know what I'm saying? So.
Because we a good city. I just said that on my video. Detroit is a great city. It really is. And I hate this 7 hate Detroit, and then stuff like this happen, and they be like, I can't even. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember Detroit being a decent city.
The thing is, you can't run from the inevitable. What's going to happen is going to happen, is my thing.
God, like Red. I don't think Red had passed. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Because when you said you can't run from the inevitable, that's what made me think about that. Because remember, I told you it was like some Final Destination stuff where he had almost got killed, or he had almost got unalived in like November 2024 or something like that, and rehabilitated, had to learn how to walk again. Like people was praying for him, like they was not sure if he was gonna make it after he first had got hit. And then he had to learn how to walk again and all this. And he came all the way back. I mean, he was back at the parties, everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it was like nothing had ever happened to him. And then for his own out the same coochie brother to unalive him?
Yeah, no, that's a wicked one, you know. It's you know, me and my family, we can get into it, but it's a few things that just won't never happen. I just feel like that I can say that I know won't never happen for me, and I'll say I'm the same with them. You know what I'm saying? But you'll never know somebody else, but you know, I just in my mind.
But see, here's the thing.
This would never happen.
But see, here's the thing too, and I agree with that. I definitely feel that way about mine. You know what I'm saying? Like my siblings especially is dang near like my kids, both of them. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but you know the problem be when. Because I'm pretty sure there was alcohol involved in this situation.
I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like a spirit. It's a spirit. And the enemy hate family.
I mean, yeah.
Oh. Cain slayed who? His brother.
Yeah.
The first act of violence on this earth was between brothers, man. You got to be so intentionally loving and patient and kind and slow to anger with your brother as a man, because the enemy, that's the first way he's trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you're a believer in Christ, that's your first brotherhood. You know what I mean? That's I don't say that's your first brotherhood, but that's another brotherhood. And you know, it's one of the most important. Your familial biological brotherhood, of course, is first, because some people don't even get introduced to Christianity or to Christ or to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But you get introduced to your brother. You know what I mean? So, but especially once you become a believer, you got to know how important your siblings are.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And your family unit, and how that's one of the first targets that the enemy go for. So I'm just in constant prayer. I think I spoke about this on the last, I did. My friend Londa's sister, you know what I'm saying, passed away. She wasn't unalived or nothing like that. She had a cancer and ended up having a cardiac arrest situation. But just losing your siblings, that mom losing two of her sons, one to violence and one to jail. Now he gotta go to jail. You know what I'm saying? My friend, their mom passed away when we was 17, so that's all they had was each other.
Yeah. And
now she lost her sister. So I'm praying also for those who lost siblings or whatever, because
families are
it's
the
just
ones
been a lot of loss in Detroit. Right, we just really need to pray for each other.
That also, you know, went down in all the incidents that occurred. Absolutely, all those families. Yeah, so yeah, prayers up for everybody. You know, that's going through, dealing with.
Okay, so what's up with the internet mess?
The internet mess. The
internet.
Like, you know, there's some I don't know what they call them.
Beyonce's internet.
They'll probably say Beyonce's internet, or some folks' internet, or something internet. Somebody internet. It ain't mine. It's somebody internet. I'm just on it. First and foremost, right? This one kind of stood out. I looked at something that stood out to me, and I wanted to bring this up first and foremost because I didn't know how to feel about this. China is set to unveil the world's first pregnant robot using an AI womb. Like, so.
I got that rolled down too. That's horrible.
So
No.
yeah, this is a $14,000 procedure.
I mean, I'm so
$14,000.
confused.
You will not have. I guess for a surrogates, people that want to do a surrogates, you have to pay those mothers, and certain stuff. I'm just like, robots can't replace certain stuff, When I seen this, and I'm like, they're going so beyond that. You cannot. If this is possible, if they can make it, they're going so beyond. It's nothing that is nothing that you can say that a robot cannot
But here's
do.
the
They're giving birth to a human being, a robot. That you just told. What? I was lost. I was in disbelief. It took me by by storm. Like, what? I so didn't believe it. I just looked into extra. So I already understand that China has a lot of different things that we don't have. Like, far as like they cars got like massage chairs and crazy stuff that's just banned in the United States. You know what I'm saying? They cars are crazy, right? So, I understand, right? They got a lot of different things. This one right here takes the cake. I just don't. Robots are just they're really trying to make it a takeover in with the robot with this. I was took by storm. I didn't like it, and I don't.
You were took by storm.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Why?
Because it's a robot making a human being. Two human beings can't get together and make a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, you said what?
It's a robot.
Two human beings can't get together and make a dog? That's what you said?
Correct.
Okay.
So I just didn't feel as if,
Two human beings can't get together and make a dog. What does that have to do with a robot?
Making a human. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. The robot is making a human.
You said no robot is making a human.
I said the robot is making a human.
The robot is not making the human, but okay. I don't want to cut you off. I just want to understand.
No, I'm done. The robot is making a human.
The robot is not making a human.
Who's making it?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a series of questions right quick, just to kind of gauge where you are in this whole thing.
Okay, hit me with it because I'm lost. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see
feeling some kind of way.
What I need to tell you, or what you already know. I don't want to make you seem. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
because I think you know a lot of this already.
Okay.
But I'm gonna ask you these questions so you can see how they all tie in together, right? And how the enemy, how technology, how whatever is not thrown up on you, regurgitated all at once. It's baby spoon fed it to you, right? So I want you to think about women that can't have kids.
Right.
Men that can't have kids.
Correct.
So men that can't have kids, or men that think that they just want to say they sperm or whatever, men go and put up sperm and save it, right, for later, or they donate it, whatever, right? And then they take the sperm and put it in a woman to create the baby from no sex, just manually putting it in her, right? So we know that. Then we know too, right, when the woman can't do it, they'll take the sperm and put it in another woman. Okay, right. So that's two ways, right, that they manipulating this. Been doing it for years. Then we know, God forbid, you have a baby prematurely. They put the baby in an incubator.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is essentially a robot. Don't have a head, don't have arms. It's not walking around, but it's a machine that is incubating the baby, which is all a uterus does. A uterus is an incubator. An incubator is an artificial uterus. Before, you couldn't put the baby in there until it had gotten to a certain age. If the baby came out before it was like 5, 6 months, 3, 4 months, I don't know exactly, But the baby had to reach a certain age before you could put it in the incubator, right? So we know we went there. We got IVF that's helping people that can't make eggs. Helping guys that can't make sperm. So we know we can do that.
You can make somebody have twins if they want it.
Right? So we can do, all you gotta do is put it all together. Put all those technologies, all those breakthroughs in science, whatever you want to call it, right? And put it in the machine.
No, go ahead.
It's been possible, but they're going to spoon feed it to you. They just like they've been just like they doing with this violence. They desensitize you to this type of stuff. So where slowly, but especially people who watch a lot of TV, read a lot of articles, who know a lot of this stuff, it's less shocking. To you, you might just be like, I knew this, I knew that, but I never tied all that together to where, oh my God, somebody who don't even know that what you know about it is even more shocking, and they just can't believe it. They're just like, oh, it's the end of the world. But it's been happening on smaller scales. Now they just put all them little small things together and just said, fuck it, we just gonna make a robot to just do the whole process. You know what I'm saying? We've been artificially implementing little parts of the birth process. Now we just gonna put them all together and we can just do it all with a robot. We been could do that, but we just didn't want to tell y'all because we knew that would just be too much in 2015. That would have been just too much in 2008. And that has just been too much in 2000, but they probably been able to do it as long as incubators and IVF been out at the same time.
One thing I feel like China ain't holding up. Whatever they can do, they doing it right away. That's why I feel like this is...
They might be doing it all right away, but they're not telling it right away.
Another thing is...
China?
Every way that you named before about the process, it started with a woman. That was the start of it. Even when you put the incubator in it, it started still with a woman because she had the baby premature in order for you to have to put the... It was
what
not...
What do that got to do with anything?
So that's what I'm telling you is a difference. Is why you asking, you saying... I'm telling you why I was blown away, and you saying, well, if you put all this together, you will no, you still won't, because if I put all that together, what I understood from that is that I understood it still starts with a woman. It still starts with sperm and eggs. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, right? Like something. My thing is, even if the guy he's shooting blanks, he cannot produce. So, okay, we need someone else's sperm to, in order to have this baby. So, you know what I'm saying? We can put it in, inject it, and my lady, she's gonna, have the baby. Or, she can't have a baby, someone else carries it for her. That's still a person. It still starts with a person, is what I'm saying. To start with a robot, I feel like you have to have... That means you not only have to have the male, but you also have to have the female. You have to put these two in a space where they can combine to grow. Because what else are you doing in this robot if you got this man come to you with sperm? I'm gonna put your sperm in this robot and it's gonna make a baby. That don't make sense. It take two people.
I never said that.
Right? So that's why I'm saying I was blown, because I'm like, I've never seen...
They never said that. It's the same way as you can take my egg and your sperm and put it in a whole nother woman and make a baby. You know that, right?
You don't need that. All you need is sperm, because she got her own egg, right?
No, but I don't want her motherfucking egg. I want the baby to look like me. Nobody don't want that. People not paying for that unless they just literally don't got no eggs. But women who have what we talking about, and this is what I'm talking about, you gotta know what you're talking about. The incubator, the robot, ain't doing nothing but mimicking the uterus.
So it's doing it without the female.
Yes, only thing it's gotta have is the egg from the female.
saying.
But this is what I'm saying. You saying when you use a human surrogate, right? This is what I'm telling you. When you use a human surrogate, you can take my egg. It don't have to be her egg. It could be my egg and your sperm, and we could put that fertilizer in. They'll fertilize it in the petri dish. And once it's fertilized, then they put it in her. And when the baby come out, it's gonna look like me and you. It's not gonna look shit like her. It don't got shit to do with her.
But you still had to put your. That's what
they gotta do with the robot too, though.
I'm saying
they gotta do that with the robot too.
That's what.
They gotta do that with the robot too.
That's what I'm.
But that's what I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying.
But this is what I'm saying. They've been doing that when they did what I just said. They put it all together.
In a person.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. They put it all together. All of the 3 technologies, they put them together. My egg and your sperm, taking that together and put it in a woman. And then the incubator for where if we just had a baby regular and the baby came out early and you put it in the incubator to finish cooking the baby. They put all them 3 things together, and now you just cook the baby from start. From when you put the egg and the sperm together in a petri dish, you don't need no surrogate no more. You could just buy the robot to be the surrogate, like the incubator. Now you can incubate a baby for longer. You don't have to wait for the baby to get to be 5 or 6 months for it to survive outside the womb. They have made it to where the baby can survive outside the womb from conception in a robot. That's all they did. We ain't paying no attention to that.
Cause
it took me to look at this story in hindsight being 2020 to think of that. When I first heard about it, I didn't think that.
I still didn't, but you know.
And I wasn't thinking like, oh look, they can do this, they can do that, they can do that. Now they gonna make a robot. I didn't think they was gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? They knew nobody would think that shit. Cause they distract us with so much other bullshit too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I just felt like for you to have said you can make a baby from nothing with just a robot.
They didn't say that though.
But I'm not saying. I'm saying with no human. Like
not
saying that you don't need.
It still gotta come from the human. The egg and the sperm gotta come from a human.
Bingo.
They cooking the fertilized egg in a machine, the same way they do.
Saying that you can make a baby with the eggs and the fertilizer, I did not.
Not the eggs and the fertilizer. Well, you the fertilizer.
Whatever it is that okay, I'm including that. I'm not taking that out. That's clearly what I've been saying. I'm including that. But I still did not think that you can just take that and say, I'm gonna put this inside of a robot. And it's still going to create this whole baby, right? Because this womb that's for this baby got this baby wrapped up. That's why baby, and then they flipping around. And I just thought that the whole process of the birth was like, how can you process that from the beginning to the end in a robot? Is what I thought. That's me. That's what I'm saying. That's all I was saying.
No,
not saying that, you know, I'm not the smartest person in the world by far, of course. Of course by far. And I also don't have a problem with that. But I just found that some dudes just like crazy to me. And I just feel like $14,000 is the price of that, and shit, I'd rather just go ahead and just be on child support. Shit, you crazy as hell talking about $14,000 for a robot. So now that leads me to the question of, so how much is the surgery, or how much is the pregnancy surgery, like, total? Is it $14,000? That niggas paying child support? Because I'm sure that's not what niggas pay. Niggas don't pay $14,000 in child support. So, within having this surgery, because you pay child support, I thought to of course, the medical and shit like that, like the insurance and shit like that. But I thought majority of it was the surgery. I didn't, and if it's only 14,000, I feel like that's where the game begins. Like now, people probably gonna do it in that case, you know. I ain't gotta pay no child support to this robot. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I pay this 14,000. I get my baby.
This what I come down here.
You know
to.
what I'm saying? I'll pay no child support.
Child support, I guess, in the 14,000.
So that's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering.
But times these is married couples that can't have kids and that want to have kids and they pay. This is not.
No, that's
people.
cool. That's cool, right?
Like.
That made me think. So how much is child support then? Because if you only gonna charge me 14,000 for you to incubate this baby for me and this robot, 14,000. I walk away with this baby. Of course, I'm gonna pay for the insurance and shit like that. But so is that how much the pregnancy surgery is? 14,000? That's what I'm asking. I just want to know.
That's not child support.
Right. That's the surgery that's included in the child support. Because you're paying for that as well. Are you not paying for the surgery?
First of all, these is married people. They don't pay child support.
If you getting a robot baby, you ain't got to be married. Robot,
you do. You should.
It don't say that. That's not what it said. That wasn't the qualifications. It didn't say no qualifications that you had to be married to get a robot baby. So in order to get a robot baby, I pay $14,000. That's what it said. I pay $14,000. I get a robot baby, right? So I'm not saying that that's the end of child support, right? Because child support comes with Medicaid, all that shit, insurance, right? I'm saying, is that how much the surgery costs? Because that's included in the child support. Is the surgery not included? So that's what I'm saying. Is it $14K for the surgery of birth? That's what I'm asking.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's what I was trying to figure out. Because then that would be, I feel like then that would be the deal breaker in between. Because if it's cheaper to do it with the robot, not to actually do it, but to have this birth, or you know what I'm saying, have this baby with this robot, opposed to having this baby with a human being. Of course people probably gonna be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, cause I feel like that's gonna make the difference.
How is paying for the birth of the child support? That don't have shit to do with the 18 years of taking care of the child.
Because obviously people take advantage of the child support. They want the money up when it's up, and then when it's down, they want it up as much as they can get. But when it's up, they want it up. Child support obviously ranges on how much money you make. Obviously. It don't range in what the kid needs. There's no this is the standard. That's not set. There is no this is the standard amount to pay that get a kid from this point to this point. It's no standard. What you're saying is it goes up depending on who the person is. It goes up or down.
It goes up on what you make.
On who the person is.
It should.
That's what I'm saying, on who the person is. If it costs the same, why not? You pay the same price for the same everything else. If it costs that.
All right.
The same person that make $20 an hour and the same person that make $1 million, they go and get them same surgeries, don't they? They not paying.
We're talking about support.
I'm saying period in general.
Ain't no period in general.
Because who you are.
We're talking about supporting the child after the child is born. We're not talking about having the child. When you talk about child support, you're talking about the 18 years after the birth, not the 14,000 that it costs to have it.
It changes up and down.
What are you talking about? Yeah, it changes a kid.
To the person.
Of course, according to a kid.
According to the person that you had it by. I didn't say nothing about a kid.
Whoa,
I said the price of having a kid changes according to the person that you have it by.
The lifestyle of the person that you have it by. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Where's that
in?
in?
That makes sense.
Just like case in point, Kanye West kids and my daughter, they had a whole different quality of life, and it costs a lot more to pay for Kanye West kids than 7. Let's be for real.
All right.
All right.
You got it. Yeah, you won. You got it.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's exactly what happened.
It do.
No, I said that's what did happen. But
It costs more to pay for Kanye West kids than your kids. And I think y'all both got 4 kids.
I mean, whatever.
I bet you his 4 kids child support is way more than yours, and you don't think it should be?
I'm sure it probably is.
You don't think it should be?
That did not answer the question.
He knew who he was getting with when he got with her. He literally manifested that shit with a song.
And that's how you feel. And you're not wrong for feeling how you feel, because that is your entitlement, your feelings. You're entitled to that. So you're never wrong for how you feel. Yeah. I just said, should the price change if you're talking about a certain thing, that this is what we're talking, surgery and then child support, and you're saying it should change according to a person? That was the answer. Okay, boom. Now, all right, next. I wanted to move to Raja Jackson, son of Rampage. Man, my boy did some crazy work that I read up all. He attacked another wrestler by the name of Stuart Smith. I forget his actual wrestling name. He got a different wrestling name, but his actual government name, Stuart Smith. And now the guy is now hospitalized with the whole incident. It was supposed to have been a skit. Allegedly, it was supposed to have been a skit that Raja agreed to, and before the match, allegedly the guy smashes a can on his head. Now, I don't have exactly what the script is, so could have been a part? Could have.
Talk about the can.
Absolutely. Could have been a part?
That could have been already in the script you're saying.
Could have. So, before the incident, you hear Raja on the side on a cell phone, talking about a contract that he signed for this whole moment. He said in the contract, it said, I could hit him back for real. It said I could hit him for real. And he says this a couple of times, and he's on the phone while he's saying it.
So he supposedly read that.
Right, this is what allegedly he read.
He should have took a picture of that part
during the contract, and he's explaining it to, I guess, his agent or someone on the phone before. You can't really hear the other person what they're saying, but you can hear him talking. He's explaining to this person that, I'm gonna get him, and he gonna see, and it say I gave him for real. He like, no, that's what it said. He made sure that he knew that that's what it said.
That's what he thought. Anyway.
So he gets in and he does the little act or whatever. He slams the dude real hard, boom, you know what I'm saying, head against the mat, and then he starts punching him continuously. And basically the dude, he loses conscience, and he immediately needed to be hospitalized. Now his dad, Rampage Jackson, Raja Jackson's dad, he spoke on the whole incident where he was live actually doing some whole streaming thing on his own when he actually got the news. And at first he didn't, he like, man, no, that's just what they do. But his dad also said he shouldn't have been doing anything like that because he just previously had a concussion a few days prior.
Who? His son?
Raja had previously just had a concussion.
Okay, so pause right quick. Remember your next statement, but I need to ask this before I forget.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it true that when you are experiencing a concussion, you are violent? You have you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, I think I've heard that before.
I think I did too.
So, I mean, they got a good enough lawyer.
But I mean, he sat back and agreed to it, though.
Sat back and agreed to what?
He's sitting back, he signed a contract on it.
that's a whole nother thing that that should be null and void.
Right.
If he had a concussion, he was not able to sign a contract in his right mind for real.
Yeah.
So,
especially a few days ago.
Anything that happened after the concussion is null and void.
Yeah, that's not that.
The contract signing, the whooping of his.
Yeah, no, that's very
And listen here. I don't know these people, and I'm sorry. Did you have something?
No. Go ahead. Because I know what I'm gonna say.
I don't know these people, but you know what I'm saying. He was doing this. You know what I'm saying. He probably underestimated this young black man. He ended up looking up at the sky.
Yeah, they wasn't even in the same field. Raja is not a wrestler. He's already an MMA fighter. You know what I'm saying? So he fights with bare hands. That's how he fight for real.
Okay, I'm sorry. So this other guy,
Stuart,
whatever his name is,
Stuart,
the wonderful guy, Stuart Smith. He's like a WWE.
Well, they're not. That's not
his league, but the same type of sport. He ain't really fighting for real.
They're scripted. That's scripted.
He playing.
They're all on scripts.
Oh, well, I mean, I still don't care.
Right.
You know, I'm still sorry, not sorry. That do kind of changes a little bit because if this wonderful guy, Stuart Smith, if he been used to playing and then but like I said, I still don't care. And the reason I say that is because you knew this when you was talking smack.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
You was talking smack. You knew he was a real MMA fighter with a real MMA fighter for a daddy that's been training him probably his whole life.
Guaranteed.
You seen this man, what he looked like. And
young dog, 25. He's a young dog.
You know what I'm saying? The Stuart Smith guy, I didn't see him really. I just saw him on the ground.
Yeah.
But he looked rather large. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was probably a little bit older. And he looked like he was probably significantly slower. So if you sat up here and ran your mouth to this young buck because you thought you had some type of protections in place that he found the loophole on.
Yeah.
Because he went looking for it. Because you got the
Yeah.
That's on you. You should have read the fine print before you got the run in your mouth, sir.
He obviously had a point to prove as well because he got a whole video afterwards.
And what happened to him?
That's the I don't know. I hope that it's not no jail time or like no assault. I hope it's not no charges pressed or nothing like that. Because I hope the contract stipulates all of that, but. I don't know. Nothing happened to him so far. His dad gave an apology because, like he was saying, his son shouldn't have been in nothing like that.
Why? Why did he say that?
Because he had a concussion prior, a couple days before. So he said
so
he shouldn't have even been agreeing to no combat.
Right. Period. He wasn't in his right mind. And if he got doctors, if he got a receipt, if he got a doctor's note saying that he had it's a wrap.
Obviously he do.
Not
because his dad knows, like I said, his dad was going live at the time.
Yeah.
His live was interrupted when they told him, but he tried to just brush it off like, man, nah, that's just a skit. That's what he do. And then when they actually showed him the video, he looked at the video and he stopped his live. Like, he cut it off immediately. Like, whoa.
Like, you know what
I'm saying? Like, he called him or whatnot.
Yeah.
And also, Raja had a video after the incident where he was outside and he was kind of, somebody else was recording. Because, you know, they do this thing where he goes live on Kick. That's another stream. That's for the streamers or whatever, you know. So, if you're heavily into streaming, you know. They go live on this little Kick app. And whoever was his recorder was recording him. And he was just saying, like, man, I'm tired of everybody thinking I'm a B. I'm this, I'm that, I'm soft. I'm going to show everybody, man, I ain't done, man. I ain't playing. And as he was walking off, somebody came out from the inside, like his face was painted, you can tell, like, you know what I'm saying? it was in the middle of. They just caught him just like he want to come out and say, he was saying something to him, and he like, what? And the dude like, man, come on, Raja, let's go, come on. He started grabbing him by his shirt, like he got his shirt all twisted up. He like, man, come on, let's go.
The person whose face was painted.
The person who was recording him was like, come on, man, let's just go. Like, but the person whose face was painted was trying to say something to him, and he like, man, what? You know what I'm saying? They
no,
chatting.
I'm saying he grabbed up the person whose face was painted.
No, his homeboy grabbed him up to take him back to the car, like, bro, let's go. Like, we need to leave. Like, you know, but he was recording. And he like, we need to go. Like, you don't need to get into it. Nobody else. Like, let's go. He even got to grabbing, you know what I'm saying, got to grabbing him up. Like, let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying? His pops apologized for the whole incident or whatnot. You know, but his pops, I feel like from the beginning knew that he was like the troubled kid out of all his kids because
he got a lot of kids.
He got a couple of sons that they got him where he said he had a statement where he said he had some bail money put up for Raja, but you know what I'm saying, he got some college money put up for his other kids and stuff like that.
And see, you know what? No, last week the message that Holy Spirit taught me through my job was being very mindful of the words that I speak over my child.
That's very big. That's true.
We say stuff just because we think it's funny, we think it's cute, we think it's venting our feelings, but we got to repent for a lot of the stuff that we done said to and about our kids, and come out of agreement with that. Like that.
Yeah, he said that. He said that on the interview.
That's what I'm saying. So it was repeated over and over and over. People was coming into agreement with it. He needs to blame himself.
He said that shit on the interview.
He should blame himself for everything that's going on. Anytime his son have to need bail money, it's because you spoke that over his life.
He spoke as if he had
sad.
tuition money put up for school for his other kid.
And this is why I just, oh Lord, watch my tongue, guide my tongue.
I mean, I'm
about my baby.
I understand your kids, right? But that's just something that you ain't about to. I don't want you to do that, so that's not what I'm gonna say.
Just because you think you shouldn't say it out your mouth.
Yeah, I don't want you to do that.
When you see it as a thought, you should rebuke it.
Yeah.
Don't let it come past your tongue and your teeth.
That's gonna make me bring you that much closer to you. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm that much closer to my kid now. In a certain area, because I feel like because it's my fault if you end up like that, you know. So I don't know. You know, we just gotta, like I say, man, that's a crazy moment for me. I hope that it all settles out for Raja, but just stay in your lane, brother. What you do is not what they do. Stay in your profession. That way. Anybody cross you in your profession, you got the right to just be like how you would. You know what I'm saying? Like how you are. I understand what you know is what you know. Go for that. They need to
stay in their profession too.
Go for that. I mean, I go for
that.
If you
a wrestler, don't come for no MMA fighter.
I mean, that's. You know what? I'm glad we talking about this because you know what? People are starting to just do whatever for the money, and I hope that's not why you did that, Raja. You know what? To go into the next one, Tank wants to fight Jake Paul, but he's running from Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach was the last person that Tank fought. Gervonta Davis, light skin with the braids, the boxer, little dude. You seen them.
Okay, but I'm saying if he already fought him, what's the problem with him fighting this other?
Jake Paul is not really a boxer.
Okay,
he's a YouTube
so he getting
guy.
a free check.
No, this the thing, right? He's chasing the bag because Jake Paul, because you're doing something that's not even for real. You gotta fight. The first rule
not even really working for real.
No, you're working extra. The first rule of fighting is fighting in your boxing range, like in your weight class, right? That's one thing. Remember Clarissa had the little thing, come to 45. When she was talking to another boxer, come to 45 because you can't fight me if we out of weight limit. Gervonta Davis, last time he weighed in at a fight, he was 133 pounds. Do you know how much Jake Paul weighed?
Like 175.
199 pounds. He's 200 pounds. Fighting a 133 pounder. That's not boxing. And what I said, what this gonna do, mark my words right now. You heard it here first on Time Talk It Out. I'm gonna tell you what this gonna do. This gonna destroy the boxing world. I'm gonna tell you, the boxing world right now, if Jake Paul goes, because I'm about to tell you what's gonna happen. Jake Paul's gonna give Javante ain't lost a boxing match, period.
And he not finna lose against Jake Paul either.
This man is so much.
Listen,
he
baby.
cannot get in with him. You know how long this man reach is.
I've seen it in untrained fighters. I've seen an untrained fighter that was 130 pounds knock a nigga out that was like 230, at least like 3, 4, 5 inches. I mean, he was looking up at this nigga.
Was the 230 guy trained?
First
or
of all,
was both of them untrained?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
they both was untrained.
Okay,
both of these niggas trained though.
Trained fighters.
That's what I'm saying. We talking about 2 trained fighters, but we talking about Gervonta Davis that's been trained as a boxer for longer than this nigga.
And he moved up to be in the weight class that he in. He was lighter than that.
And so, but this is what I think. So, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. I want to know.
So
this is what I want to know, what people think.
So this is what I think. And I'm a boxing fan for at least 15, 20 years now. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that money talks and BS walks
all day long
in the boxing industry.
All day.
So here's the thing.
Twice on Sundays.
But here's the thing though. Money will talk even if it's talking BS.
I understand. Yep, I understand.
Okay?
I'm going to hit you with something when you're done. Go ahead. I understand.
So I don't know the particulars about this fight. But I knew the particulars about the fight against Mike Tyson with Jake Paul.
Right.
Jake Paul was the money behind the fight.
He's always. That's all his fights. He's the prize. That's all his fights, right?
So what are we even talking
about? The thing is this. Everybody wants to see Gervonta Davis fight Lamont Roach. You know why? Because Lamont Roach almost beat him. Lamont Roach gave him the best fight he ever had.
I don't give a fuck.
So you know how big the purse gonna be?
And it says it haven't gotten to where he wanted. Listen. Maybe he is.
And I'm gonna tell you why I think so afterwards. Go ahead.
Maybe he is, okay? Because he can do that. He got the crown. He got the belt. Why should I run to give it to you or to offer it to you or to... I got it right now. I'm holding on to it for as long as I can for as
Boxing don't work like that.
Well, listen, whatever.
You can't keep holding on the belt and not take title. They'll take the belt from you. You can get stripped from the belt.
Take it then. If you ain't offering me the amount of money I want for me to have to fight for it, if you take it from me, everybody know you just took it from me. I didn't lose it. Nigga didn't whoop my ass for it, so I don't care. Take it.
But the thing is, you can't say they wasn't offering you because if
I can say they wasn't offering me what I want.
Even when you the champ, you gonna get it's gonna be like you kind of get to pick, right? Because motherfuckers are contending to be, right? You kind of get to pick, and then also what's going before you pick for real, it's a build up. It's gonna be that's what people want to see.
I don't give a fuck.
No,
that's like mommy.
I'm telling you. Once the build up comes, they looking at, you know what I'm saying, what you looking at as far as a purse. You got agents and shit, they talking to you as far as a purse. They talking to you. If niggas don't want to fight for his money, they turn it down. That's cool. Nobody complain about that. And the thing be this, because it's been people like that. What happens is your team and they team, they keep talking because the people want this fight so bad that even if they raise the promotions to say, all right, we want it on pay-per-view, we want it on this, we want it on that, because we want more money. All right, we're going to do that. Okay, now if we can do that, it's an agreement. Everybody's coming to an agreement. What I'm saying is dog about to fuck the game up. Okay. And this is why. Because of this moment specifically, right? If the people want to see two people fight, like, oh, dog, he a young buck, he been boxing good, he been coming up, and this nigga the champ, he been doing his thing. Prime example, Lamont Roach, and then you got Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is a champ. Lamont Roach, he been a competitor, he been doing this thing. People want to see you fight. you make a big purse the first time. Y'all agree to, now in boxing, you are agreeing to a rematch term on before you even fight. You agree to a rematch term. Mm-hmm. They agreed to this. Both parties.
About who? Jake Paul and
Lamar Roach and Tank. Javante Tank Davis. They agreed to this.
They just haven't agreed to win.
Bingo. You don't know the date. Perfect. So how this work is, Dog lost. So Lamar Roach lost. Javante Davis, he won. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen is he not gonna be your next fight. It's other contenders coming up. It's other people that, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, okay, to bring that back, that's gonna be a big purse. That's a fatter purse than what you got the first time. I'm gonna tell you why I think he's running. His name already been in the news for DV with his baby mama, girlfriend, whoever he's with right now, DV. Mm-hmm. He's been in the news. He's been locked up. And his name got took off of the card that he was on. He was supposed to be boxing somebody coming up. His name got took off because of the trouble that he got into. When his name got took off of that card, you hear about him about to fight Jake Paul. Now, chasing money, yes. Yes, I'm not mad at that. Yes, I agree with that. Chasing money, yes. But I also remember a time he said he had so much money put up from all his fights, you know what I'm saying, that he could. You don't need no money right now at this very moment to chase a bag. I'm not mad. But, and also, before he even went through the DV case and was put on this card, he had a whole report. And I think you can rewind this back. You can go back a couple episodes if I'm not mistaken. I spoke about this. He had a whole report about how he said he was about to retire, how he was done with boxing. That's just signs that's showing me.
Said that,
Javante Tank Davis done with boxing. That's just ways of showing me that I feel like you don't, what the new boxers want to do, they don't want to lose. They want to end with a perfect record. You don't want to lose in the boxing world. You would rather say, I lost to a non-boxer for a big bag and then retire. This is what I think the plan is, in my mind. I lost to a non-boxer, big bag, I retired and did something else. But I don't think he knows nothing else but boxing, and I'm not trying to knock him. I love Javante Davis.
You wanna know what my plan is? What I think his plan is?
What? Tell me.
So first I gotta ask you a couple of questions because I don't know everything about this. So I need to ask some stuff. So if he fight or when, because this is already set in stone that he gonna fight.
That's in stone.
What's his name?
Jake
okay. Paul. Right. So when he fight Jake Paul, does it in any way officially affect his record as a real boxer?
Absolutely. He gonna get in the ring. It's gonna be referees. That shit official. They paying for that. Yes, absolutely. Jake Paul got a boxing record, and he's not a fucking boxer. Well, he's a YouTube boxer. He was trained to box, but he didn't come up like how niggas did through the Olympics and shit like that. He was a YouTube nigga that boxed.
So let me ask you this though. I'm just asking because I want us to.
But
know,
I'm saying, yeah, that's gonna go against his record. Yeah.
Is this an exhibition fight?
Yeah. It wouldn't be for no.
An exhibition fight don't go against your official record. Let's make sure, because I looked that up when it was.
Mike Tyson.
Yes.
Mike Tyson is not a boxer anymore.
Let me just Google.
While you do that, let me run to the men's.
Let me ask. I'm gonna ask Google AI. If Javante Davis loses to Jake Paul, will that negatively affect his official boxing record? Question. Whether a potential loss for Javante Davis to Jake Paul would affect his official boxing record depends entirely on whether the fight is sanctioned as a professional bout or as an exhibition match. That's what I'm trying to find out. If sanctioned as a professional fight, okay, so is it an exhibition match? So that's what I'm saying. If it's an exhibition match, no, a loss would not count toward his official professional record, nor would it count towards Paul's record. Exhibition fights are generally for entertainment and do not affect a boxer's career statistics. As of August 21st, 2025, the fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis is planned for November 14th. Is that true?
Yeah, it's coming up.
In Atlanta, Georgia, and is currently expected to be an exhibition bout. It's not going to count against his professional. If it's an exhibition match, which as of now is expected to be an exhibition bout, it would not count toward his official professional record. So this is what I'm saying.
Okay, so it don't count. But and that explains how he would definitely fuck the game up for boxing. Boxing is over with, which is why I just didn't think it was gonna count against his record.
It's not gonna count against his record.
I mean, I thought it was gonna count against his record, but the thing is, this is why it's gonna fuck the game up, because boxing, I feel like, is already going down to the point where you starting to get some matches.
Wait a minute.
free.
First, you was saying this because you thought it was gonna count against his record, but now
Right.
because you know it's not.
Even whether it counted
it's
or
even
not,
more so.
whether,
I'm just trying to.
whether it counted or not, this was always gonna be like that. He was gonna fuck the game up, because I honestly feel like against Jake Paul, is he gonna win? No. Now, if it goes out to decision, if it's a draw, it's gonna look bad, but it's gonna look like real boxers are losing to motherfuckers who don't box. That's the problem that people have with Jake Paul.
I was still in the middle of telling you what I thought. Okay. I didn't finish it because remember I had to ask some questions to know.
Right, and I didn't know that one for sure. I thought I knew that one. Anyway, I thought I knew that. I thought that was gonna count against his record. I absolutely thought that. But go ahead.
So what I think is happening is they all going for a bag. Yes, I think they done already signed a paper to where Gervonta Davis not losing this fight.
I don't think that
he wouldn't even have took the fight if he was gonna lose it. I think that the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson was just probably the prerequisite or the lead up to this fight. I don't know if it's somebody else in the boxing world that's as...
No, he was supposed to fight somebody else, actually.
Fight somebody else other than who? Gervonta Davis?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me finish. I wasn't finished with my comment. You cut me off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And what I was finna say was, I don't know if it was somebody else that was more significant than Gervonta Davis, but his whole plan was to fight Mike Tyson to give him some type of credibility, whether it's fake or not, whatever the case may be. It's to sell. It's just like Lil Nas X. This man, what's his name? Jake Paul is a marketing, meme, viral, social media genius. And he understands that even Netflix right now is a form of social media. So, he is teaming up with other content creators. Because right now, if Gervonta Davis don't want to fight if he's trying to drag it out, right? If he don't want to actually have a real fight with the person he really want to fight right now, but he want to have content with him in it, it makes sense for him to link up with Jake Paul. Jake Paul just beat Mike Tyson, right? So he got some people, whether they real boxing fans, whether they not, whether they just people, it doesn't matter. He understands numbers is what's up right now. He got enough people that saw him beat Mike Tyson that think that he gonna beat Gervonta Davis. To where it didn't have to just be Gervonta Davis. He got enough people that see him beat Mike Tyson that think he is a credible professional boxer. That he can beat any professional boxer out here because he beat Mike Tyson. So whoever it was Could have been whoever. What's my nigga? The money nigga. It could have been him. It could have been him. And we all know. I don't know his size, reach, nothing. I don't know his stats. But I put my money on Jake Paul against Mayweather. I'm not doing it. And Mayweather ain't fought in years. And I wouldn't do it. So he could have had a conversation, a content creating, money making conversation with any of these boxers and said, let me lose to you. Everybody think I'm gonna win because they first of all already think I'm buying the fight because they know I'm funding it with my production team or whatever it is, right? So they already automatically think I'm buying it. So let me lose to you. We're going to win on so many different levels. By me losing to you, we're going to win. Whoever it was. It just so happened that it was Gervonta Davis. Jake Paul knows that if he loses to Gervonta Davis, he still is getting some type of credibility because he's not a real boxer. So just the fact that he lasts a whole round, a whole fight, if he don't get knocked out by Gervonta Davis, he gonna get some type of credibility to be able to pull money on some other fights. It's a win-win for everybody. It's an exhibition fight. It's entertainment, it's money, and at the same time, for Gervonta Davis, it may have his competitors underestimating him now. When he get ready to come back to a real fight, the real guy that he want, the guy that you saying he ducking, the pot gonna be even bigger because he just pulled in all this money with Netflix. Netflix gonna have to get him, or whoever gonna have to get him, an even bigger bag. And some people might actually think that he gonna lose to this guy, whereas the whole time he been training and planning not to lose to this guy. Just because he lost to Jake Paul, or just because he went the whole fight with Jake Paul and it almost looked like he was about to lose, he threw them couple rounds on purpose to fool you so he can get a bigger bag when he beat the fuck out of this nigga that everybody's saying he ducking. That's what I think is happening.
Now, okay. I had to make sure it was my turn. The first and foremost, the fight that he did not fight, Anthony Joshua, was a heavyweight. Way much more so Jake Paul size, way much more so. Also, what a champion or once was a boxer. When you see Anthony Joshua, and you see
who is Anthony Joshua?
That's the thing.
Right? Like, you just came out of nowhere with that.
Because when I said he was supposed to fight somebody else, he was supposed to fight somebody else. You said, yeah, you just cut me off. So I let you go.
You did.
Right. I wasn't trying to. I apologize. Because I know how it feels to be cut off. So I know what that means. But, I just was like, damn, you ain't have to do me like that. But, okay. My thing is, Anthony Joshua is more so a person that you would be like, yeah, I would pay to see him fight him because I know right then if he beat dog, he boxing. He boxing for real. He ain't boxing nobody.
Jake Paul.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. He ain't boxing nobody that was relevant. No shade Mike Tyson. I love you, Mike. Mike was old enough to the point where, listen, Mike knew. He was in that bitch biting his glove. And I think I'm sorry, nope, I'm gonna mistake that for him and Roy Jones. I was about to say, I think they had a no-drop call, signed a no-drop contract. That was him and Roy Jones. They signed a you can't drop neither one of the niggas. But I think what Jake Paul did was when Jake Paul seen Mike Tyson tired, out of respect, didn't run up on him and fucking just try to just knock him out. Dog, this Mike. This some shit I'll pay for.
I don't know as that.
To spar with Mike, I'll pay for this.
Did.
You know what I'm saying?
Did.
So the thing is, the advantage was Jake Paul from the beginning. He has not had a fight that was not advantage Jake Paul. Even when he fought the one dude that was the son of a boxer. I can't even remember his name right now. Oh man. But listen, just go look up the history. He fought the one dude that was a son of a boxer. They almost got into a fight and all this. Dude was giving him a match at first. Cause they almost was the same, like far as like weight, like build, like they almost would have been the same weight class. He was giving him a match at first. Jake Paul ended up winning because he ended up winning late rounds. Dude was supposed to be a professional boxer, but he was coming up. You know what I'm saying? But he was young. He was coming up. His pops was a boxer. He was on the way up, and I think that might have just threw him. I think that threw his whole little hookup off when he lost to Jake Paul. Threw his whole hookup off. His little come up. Listen. I know that happened. They boxed, he won. I'm not too solid on, you know what I'm saying, if that's why he don't box no more, if that's why I don't hear his name, or whatever. That's what I'm saying. But the thing is, I'm not saying Jake Paul don't box. He has trained professionally as far as boxing. He has been, but he's a YouTube boxer. The way he came, and listen, you got YouTube rappers. You got YouTube entertainers, YouTube video people, YouTube TV people. I am a YouTuber. I'm not saying, but what I'm saying is, when you take me as a YouTuber, right? I do a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? All like,
check his channel out. You binging it today. It's really a great channel.
You take
both
me
of them
as a YouTuber, and then you go to somebody who do this on the news, or you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be more so savvy. They got way much more equipment. The thing is professional, and somebody who, you know what I'm saying, who does it like you both professional, right? But this is professional on a level of you got paperwork, you certified. You're professional on the level of I've learned enough to produce work, and you can produce work. Professional as in certified, professional as in I learned along the way. It is just a difference. And that's why in the real world, when you're going at a real career or a real something that you're going after, I look at something, I see people that post and saying, man, it's been 20, 30 years, I ain't never had to pull my motherfucking high school diploma out. And that's probably very true. Because one thing is certain jobs are they're gonna ask you, do you have it? And they're gonna take your word for it. They're not gonna ask you to pull it out and give you proof. They pass that because you're automatically held to a certain, at least, standard, right? So now it is jobs that's advanced, that's different. I don't even need to see your high school diploma. I want to see your college degree. You know what I'm saying? So, not saying that the high school diploma is irrelevant, because it's very relevant, because it's the path to get you to where you want to go, right? But within a job that you do, like me, they don't ask you for that. That's not something that they like, hey, I need to see your high school diploma, make sure you graduated. I could put graduated on there listen, graduated, I went to college a little bit, they don't care, because they not asking you for no proof, you know. So it's just how I led to that, I don't even remember, but it's just a different story.
I don't either, but so, I mean, you right.
That's the thing out here.
You right.
That's really in today's world.
You're absolutely right. Like, it's levels.
Yeah, absolutely. So
yeah, I said we both got some of the same stuff on our paper, so Lil Nas X. Let's just go straight there because
let's go to that. Tweaking is absolutely a thing. Tweaking is a thing. Drugs. Say no to drugs and yes to hugs. You know what we need to bring back? Bring back those commercials I understand the kids don't watch a lot of TV.
This is your brain. This is your brain.
But bring back put them on the stream, right? Put them on the streams, or put them on shit as those commercials in between, and make those be the ones that they gotta watch for those before you can skip. We need to say no to drugs, yes to hugs, where Scruff, the fucking McGruff, the dog, the crime dog. Bring all that shit back in some kind of way. Listen, redo it. Somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving ideas. Listen, I'm giving ideas. Redo it. Somebody. Bring that shit back. Listen, no drugs in schools on certain type shit. When a fire, what you do? Stop, drop, and roll. We had commercials and shit that came on TV. For real. That's for real. Shit, for real. That shit was... Man, what? Listen, shout out to Cole. Shout out to Cole, man. Shout out to Cole. I don't know how he just came up because of that. But no, for real though, escape plans and shit. For real though. You never know what the fuck gonna happen. You need to have it. I ain't saying pin the escape plan on the wall. Listen, if anything ever happened to y'all, this how we gonna do this. If it's a fire, stop. Don't ever touch no doorknobs. Remember that shit? Don't touch doorknobs and shit when it's a fire and shit. Oh, man, motherfuckers don't know that shit no more. Listen, that shit don't come on no more. How that shit used to. Motherfuckers don't know. It's a fire. Where the fuck you get? Get the fuck down. True story, real moment. I'm about to give y'all a real story real quick. That's why I love my motherfucking cat too. I'm gonna give y'all the story real quick. I was in the house. I was cooking, right? I was chilling. I was, you know what I'm saying? This wasn't too long ago. This was probably the end of last year, somewhere in there. The middle to the end of last year. I was in the house, chilling. I'm cooking. No, yeah, because my cat like a year old. So, yep, somewhere in there. So, like, around the time I first got my cat. I'm in the house. I'm cooking and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to cook me some chicken and shit. And I was sitting here. I was having me a little adult beverage or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I put the grease on the stove or whatnot. And as I was sitting here, I wanted to lay down, and I'm like, man, I had the grease. It wasn't even high. It was on like low. So it was taking a little minute. So when I went in there to check, and I'm like, man, all right, it ain't hot right now. So I laid down for a minute, called myself getting on my phone. This is exactly what I did. I called my sister. And I blame my sister, but it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? But I blame my sister, and she knows. She probably won't be watching this, but if she ever watched this, just know she gonna remember this moment. I was talking to her on the phone, and she was like, all right, I need to call you back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why she said she needs to call me back. Something. So she get off the phone with me, so I'm sitting there, I'm doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Falls asleep. Grease is still on. Now it's on low, you know what I'm saying? But it's cooking. I took out my battery out. I took all my batteries out of my smoke detectors because I just hated the beeping noise. Beep, beep, beep. Took them out. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Took them out. And so now it's nothing to alert me. I'm laying on the floor. I'm asleep. Right? I'm asleep. The grease them got so hot. Now it's super hot. Now it's more than hot. Now it's cooking. Now it's burning. The cat is in my face. Meow, 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 meow. Hey, listen, okay? Right? So I woke up. The cat is filled.
That nigga don't say no damn meow.
Smoke. If you see him, he's golden. He's filled in smoke. He looks great. He's golden. There's so much smoke in the house, but I'm on the floor. Thank you, God, by the grace of God and this cat right here. You know what I'm saying? God sent this cat right here, and that's why can't nobody play with me about my cat. God put this cat in my life for a reason, because, you know what I'm saying, I was without cat for a minute, and you know what I'm saying, but this cat right here probably saved my life for real. And it was just all in my ear, and I woke up, and I'm like, watch out. And then it was just so smoky. I'm like, shit, I couldn't even breathe. I'm like, man, what? I got up. I remember, I got some shit on the stove. I got up, I stayed low, went to the stove, and opened up every door. The smoke was so thick, so cloudy. Man, it got so crazy in here. You know what I'm saying? So, now, you know, that's a moment that I had, you know what I'm saying, but with my cat. But, yeah, whatever I was saying that because that was a real moment.
Well, I don't know. I think I was on Lil Nas X and how he had went crazy.
Yeah, OD. I think he OD. What you think? You think he OD?
I think he's a clone.
Do you know that he took the underwear off afterwards and was just completely when the police arrested him?
Yeah, he's a clone. He's possessed. You know what I mean?
He been a clone, like came out a clone, or do you think he is a time frame in his?
I think by the time we met him, he was already a growing clone, yes. He was still, he was still close to the original because he had just switched. And we don't know the exact moment, the exact covenant, the exact thing that happened, but somewhere between Old Town Road and J. Christ, okay? Let's talk about Montero. Let's talk about the shoes with the blood. Come on now.
I was gonna say, because when he first came out, the kids loved him. He aimed for the kids.
And that's how they do. If you notice, you look at most of these celebrities, especially singers, musicians, who are now blatantly, openly, demonic, atheist, witchcraft, spiritualism, anything that is not like God, openly, right? If you notice, there was a shift. They all started out regular.
Yep.
They might not have been normal, because no, they weren't normal. They were superstars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not going to say they was normal, but they started out at least relatable.
Yeah.
Right?
Somebody that tried to blend in with you, tried to suck you in, basically, get you to feel something like, you understand?
Soon as they got influenced, soon as you got hooked on their great songs,
or as soon as they felt like they had it.
Soon as you was hooked, soon as enough people was sharing it to where the people that wasn't hooked could...
It was going to impact them.
It can get in their face.
Yeah, it was going to impact them.
So where they could get hooked.
Yeah, took over. That's exactly.
It started to completely and utterly laugh and play in our faces. And if you notice, it's getting the younger generation.
Absolutely.
And it's getting worse. We talked about that. Was that last night when we talked about this whammy mess?
I like when you... I understand, shit, I feel it. I ain't saying, it's right. I'm just saying shit.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And it's catchy, but no, you got 3 daughters. But in your defense, you told me you never read the lyrics, and that's how they get you.
I don't know what the fuck they say.
But they saying whammy, and that is you. And that is you coming to agreement with everything else in the song without even knowing what it say.
Yeah,
and that is your daughters coming to agreement with the song without even knowing what it say. That was me coming to agreement with Trina when she said the shit she was saying that I memorized word for word. I represent for the cheese, all eyes on your riches, no time for the loot. Cause the bigger the bank, the bigger the Benz, the better the chance. To get close to his rich friends, we're going after the big man. My G-string make a stand, make a quick stand. Slow hit at a light stand, light lightning. I want it with a wedding ring. Bank accounts in the Philippines. Black mother take everything. So y'all come in the living room with a chair at home. Make a period on a little nasty. Rambo, but a classic, young jazzy. And don't be scared, because if you're curious, just me up and get sucker cause quite natural, because I'm the baddest. What? Literally, hard first verse. Still know that shit 25 years later. That's what we was learning. Putting in our minds. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least that shit all ran. It all made sense. She had a goal. She said, I got game for you young hoes. Don't grow to be a dumb hoe. That's a no-no. These bitches is just saying whammy. And literally nothing else.
I mean, it ain't too...
They're not teaching a lesson in how to be a good hoe, a dumb hoe, a young hoe.
It ain't too far from I mean, what the niggas saying shit like.
We ain't talking about
who is saying good shit in raps as far as what I'm saying nowadays.
It's a lot though, and that's the problem. But see, that's the problem. Let me say this, mate. It's not who's saying it. It's who is they pushing in our face. That's the agenda. Okay? And Lil Nas X, we was talking about him. He talked about that. And people, first of all, these people, they play in our face, right? A lot of them will tell us the truth and laugh it off like it's a joke. Kanye do it all the time. Kanye do it all the time.
I mean, he tell us people stop believing him after a while, so.
But that's not his fault. Yeah. That shit be so crazy that it's unbelievable, and he telling you the truth and you don't believe it because they making him look crazy.
So I feel like shit. I don't know.
It's the same with Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X talked about the gay agenda. He talked about how they all have meetings on Wednesdays where they talk about world domination to make everybody gay. Mm. He literally said it out of his mouth. People think he was playing. That was a true statement. And he is literally possessed. Just like Michael Jackson was possessed, just like Whitney Houston was possessed, just like Prince was possessed. He is literally possessed.
That's wild.
And being used by the gay agenda.
That's wild because I feel like why would you want to even do that when nowadays you're accepted for being who you are? You don't have to try to just take over and make nobody like. I feel like that causes problems. That creates problems. That's why people feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got something against when you don't generally have to have nothing against but you know who, you know what I'm saying? I know who I, you know who I am. I ain't saying that, but don't, and that's kind of a form of disrespect if you kind of came to me and I'm like, that ain't even what this is, but you continue.
I don't understand. What you mean? Talking about pushing the gay agenda on you?
Absolutely.
They're not gonna, but see, this is what you gotta understand.
But what you said to me, he's saying that we're gonna make everybody like that. Like, without pushing it on. That's what I immediately thought. You gotta just, you can't even, because that's gonna cause fusion. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, oh, y'all want to kill, you know, or unalive, you know what I'm saying? And that ain't the problem. Like, but it's like, don't that respect what, you know what I'm saying? That I'm me, you feel me? Respect that. That's just what it is. I ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That I'm not disrespecting you. I'm not even giving you the thought of and then being like, you know what I'm saying? I'm staying in my lane. You stay in yours. That's just what I'm saying. Was what I was saying.
Yeah, that's not great, but they don't care. And it goes way beyond any individual gay people. That is way far beyond what that was talking about. The gay agenda is spiritual. And this is what you're failing to realize. They're not about to come on you like that. They're not gonna force anything on you. It's the same way when we were just talking about the robot babies. They slowly but surely desensitize you to it. Feed you a little at a time to where when the big picture is unveiled, you're not shocked because you've been seeing it a little bit at a time over the course of your life. Because it ain't really you, it's your grandkids really that they care about. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it's an agenda. It goes far beyond. It's spiritual.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
And, you know, we see it happen with our people, you know, our artists, our people that we, you know, look up to and watch on TV or whatever. And Lil Nas X is a perfect example, but he ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about Michael Jackson the other day. I mean, it almost makes me want to cry when I think about the difference between the Michael Jackson of the Jackson 5, you know what I'm saying? And the one who was running around under the table playing with the mouse.
I mean, so what didn't you?
The Michael Jackson that died. Difference?
What didn't you like about him later?
I mean, I loved him all the way. You know, the whole time. As long as I knew him, I wasn't born until the bad era. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, hindsight being 2020, you see right around the time where the shift, where the change happened in him, where he was pretty much cloned. I don't care what nobody say. I think a lot of people is cloned. And I don't mean like, oh, they clone like in the movies, like you're gonna make a double. No, I mean the same way how when you die and you born again in Christ, you can die and be born again in the enemy's image and you don't even realize. Eventually it's obvious to everybody else, but we don't really know. We just make excuses. It be drugs, it be this, it be that. But like I say, it's spoon fed to you a little to where when you see it, you be made so many excuses over the years. Mike had vitiligo, he had trauma, he had this, that. You know, he didn't have a childhood. It was so many things that we was saying it was, when it was really just, it's two things. You have a calling and a curse on your life. When you got a calling, you better know that the curse is coming. And you bet to pray it off of you. You better be intentionally looking for it. And understand that you got the power, you got the victory over it already. But if you don't know that, if you don't even know that it's there, if you're not looking for it, you can literally be Michael Jackson and lose your life too, because the enemy is even more powerful than Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was rich. He was rich from the time he was at least like 8-9 years old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was born into poverty, but he didn't grow up in poverty. His big brothers might have, but he didn't. And he still fell victim to drugs, abuse. You know what I'm saying? Pain, poverty. It's so many different ways that the enemy comes into your life. Lil Nas X, he got him. He was very influential. Like you say, had kids listening to him. Next thing you know, he coming out as Rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he wasn't already Rainbow. He probably was. That's why the enemy sought him out to use. But some people that claim to know him before he got famous say he wasn't Rainbow before that. He didn't show no rainbow signs until he blew up. Meaning, sign to me, like, he got that carrot dangled in front of him, and by him only being like 16, 17 years old, it was easy for him to not even know what was happening and just agree to something that he didn't even know he was agreeing to. And now, first of all, he literally the other day, not too long ago, was on the internet talking about doing a humiliation ritual, because he understands that it's time. He about to have an album come out. He got to solidify his place, and it's above the Illuminati, but with what everybody like to call Illuminati. He was dressed up like Dora the Explorer on the internet the other day, and that wasn't good enough. He had to do some more humiliating shit to get him in good with the enemy. Take his credibility away because he called for something bigger and better. And he young and he's drifting. He's not paying no attention to his calling. Even though it seemed like he walking in because he making music, but look at what he doing instead of what he should be doing. I'm pretty sure he probably got a powerful testimony that he not talking about because he's so busy wasting his time on this bullshit.
Get back a little bit because I ain't want to cut you off because I already know how that get. So the Michael Jackson thing is where I feel like I kind of wanted to rewind back to say that you seen the change in him or whatnot between when he was a little kid playing under the table to when he was a grown man during, through the vitiligo or whatever, right? All his struggles, whatever he went through, right? We all seen kind of Michael Jackson. I was more so a person that was on the fan side. I loved him as well. Even when it came to a point when I started to understanding real life, I still loved Michael Jackson. When I understood what things that were done, there were questioning in between the time, but when I felt like time got solidified, I was back to loving Michael Jackson. The thing is, I don't see where you say the clone in Michael Jackson. I do understand the vitiligo, changed his skin color. He was always for the kids. He stood for that. And it was, it was some false allegations that ran out that never came back to proclaim to be true. There was some false allegations that ran out, but then afterwards, it got cleared up. Or, it was cleared up enough. Because he never had no legal issues after, afterwards. Once it got cleared up, he was good. He had the whole Never Land with kids, all that. You're going to see him locked up. He didn't do no time for what allegations said he did. So my thing is, when we talk about the clone Mike, where was it at? When did it kind of start? Because I feel like, everybody loved Mike. Kids still love Mike. Adults still love Mike. People that didn't know Mike cried when Mike passed away. People cried at his concerts, at his events when he performed. People cried and passed out live. Mike went through his trauma and he tried to make up for what he went through and what he didn't. I feel like this is my thought. We talking my thoughts. Mike tried to make up with what he didn't, what he felt like he should have had and what he didn't have. He tried to make up when he got money to do so, but he was too, you way older now. Like, why would you be doing this?
So he didn't get money until he was way older?
No. He was able to spend his money how he wanted to when he got older. That's the difference. He was in control of his money when he was way older.
Oh, so he wasn't in control of his money?
Absolutely
18,
not.
19.
Absolutely not.
So he wasn't in control of his money when Thriller came out?
How old was he? I'm
asking you.
We're talking about age, right? Like, listen, his father was his manager. Do you think that I'm gonna let you get away and I don't do nothing for this money? You do. I'm gonna let you just get away from me? He held on as long as he possibly could. I guarantee you he did. That wouldn't make sense not to. How you successful with no work? Your kids doing all the work, but you successful. How? That's why the story is about nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Nothing is Joe. Jet 2 holiday is all the Jacksons. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Cause I'm not beating some shit. I'm not. Come on, man. I'm not getting this money. I ain't getting nothing out. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. We ain't just doing this just because. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ike didn't beat Tina. Just, you know, come on, man. Y'all know, man. Y'all, listen. It don't just come just because. It's not a because thing. It's something involved. More than likely, it's those guys that's passed away that's on that piece of paper.
I ended up with his ass beat, broke, and dead way before Tina. So let's.
That's not what I said.
So let's make sure we clock that T. Exactly okay. Right. First of all,
where's Joe?
Joe. That's a whole nother story. That's a father. Okay, and it's funny because the scripture in the Bible today talks about fathers being brought close to their kids and kids being brought close to their fathers. Joe, Mike, listen, I am not one of those who feel like Joe Jackson abused them kids. I feel like Joe Jackson had like 12 kids. He had to do what the fuck he had to do. He made them kids. It's no different than me making sure my daughter goes to choir 2-3 times a week. And, you know, I only got one. He had like 12. So, I don't believe he abused them kids. Did he beat their ass sometimes when they did their ass beat? Probably so. He was a black man with 12 kids in the ghetto. So, and look at where they all ended up. I don't believe that it was Joe Jackson's fault that Michael Jackson passed away. You know what I'm saying? I believe if anything, it's Joe Jackson who kept Michael Jackson away from drugs and alcohol as long as he was away from drugs and alcohol. But I believe that just like we talked about Lil Nas X, Michael Jackson was called. I feel like when you called, a lot of times there's also a curse on you. And especially when you involved in the music industry, you have to be intentional and you have to have on the full armor of God, because if you don't, the enemy is waiting like a roaring lion to devour you, especially if you talented in music, because that's his area of expertise. So when you enter into the spiritual realm through music, you're even more susceptible. Really, any type of entertainment, because, you know, Hollywood in and of itself, whether you there musically or, you know, art, acting, dancing, whatever, is entertainment is his lane. So you have to be especially and exponentially intentional when you go into the world through music. But yeah, I feel like that's essentially what happened in that situation. You know, they already had a curse on them. Joe Jackson was a musician, you know what I'm saying? So he probably already had a curse on him that he was not intentional about breaking, that ended up following his kids. And Mike was probably the most talented one, so the enemy focused on him. And even though he knew not to use weed, he knew not to use crack, he knew not to use any of them street drugs, heroin, any of that, the devil still got to him through drug addiction, through one of the open doors. Pain, poverty, you know, self-doubt. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of ways that the enemy gets in and starts to tell you lies. He probably had a whole bunch of open doors.
So, what I wanted to say, right, is, if I'm not mistaken, right, this another thing that you can reel back on episodes, right? When I said that ass whoopers is just taking out, like, the homes, like, you know, if I'm not mistaken, you said ass whoopings is not the way, and now you saying he didn't do nothing wrong by beating them kids. Now when we talk about, you know what I'm saying, when we talk about make your mind up, right, when we talk about somebody, and on one hand you saying, hey, you ain't gotta, Why do you think ass whoopings is the way? And then on another hand, you saying Joe Jackson and they reportedly expressed how much they went through a traumatizing moment for them because they was getting their ass beat on hands that it's like, because you just not saying right, or you just not doing with in dissatisfaction of what you want. As far as if I'm just not, you could tell me, right? Because that you say, oh, you could say that, but it was okay, more than okay, because he didn't do nothing wrong in what he put them through. But it's not okay for you to.
First of all, we don't know. I don't know specifically in detail what he put them through. Like I said, he had 12 kids. I don't know that he was just beating their ass for no reason.
It was expressed through them, mostly through anybody. That's how anybody knows. It was expressed through them. If you told a story of how you grew up, and then, you know, you the only person to tell the story, right? There's nobody else to tell it. You the only person to tell it. And then a person, you know, everybody can hear it. And then it comes down to, well, I don't know how she was really raised. I don't know how she really grew up, but you told your story multiple times. What are you? There are copyrights of movies. There are things that are, you know what I'm saying, or videos or biography or what are we saying we don't know, as far as, like, you know what I'm saying? Documentaries is what I'm saying. Documentaries, movies. All right, what are we saying that we don't know that somebody has said? Are you just not taking a word? Like, oh, I just don't believe you. Your word just not good enough. All right, is that what we're saying? Because at this point, when you get, it was 5 of them. When you get multiple people saying the same thing.
It was more like 10, 11 of them.
Right, it was 5 of them in a group that talked about what they went through. In the group. Collectively. You know that, then you know what they said. But you not taking that for face value as what they said, but you want to take for face value it was actually this. What about what this mini said? We're not taking that for face value. We're overlooking that to say, hey, you know what? But still, that's cool what he did. But still, right now today, no, hell no, that ain't cool if a motherfucker beating on their kids. Cause why would you think beating on your kids is the way? But you okay them?
Not okay. I never okayed that. First of all,
because I was trying to understand.
I never okayed that. I never okayed that.
You just said it was cool, is what I thought.
Oh, that's not what I said. What I said is I understand it. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even fill up one hand with the amount of whoopings I got. But I'm not saying that none of them wasn't justified. I'm not saying that a kid don't deserve to get not nan whooping. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not saying kids should get abused and a kid should just get beat on. I never said that. You can find it. Go look on your phone. Find where I said that.
I didn't say that you should.
Because I never said that.
You just said you didn't say a kid shouldn't get a whooping, and then you just said I didn't say a kid should get abused, beat on, none of that. You just said
because I think that's two different things.
You just said two different things. Absolutely.
Getting a whooping, getting a spanking, and getting beat and abused is two different things to me.
It's the same.
I don't think so.
It's the same.
I don't think so.
Listen, it's a beating.
I don't think so.
It's a beating, however you put it, right? It's a beating, right?
You can tell your kid to hold. You can have a ruler and tell your kid to hold their hand out. Tell your kid to bend over and pat them on their bottom. That's and you gonna say I beat that. And you gonna say I beat that. Regardless, it's a beating, right? Because it's whatever. It's a beating. It's striking. Too, it's a beating, right? I don't have to necessarily strike you with something. I can strike you with my hand. Mm-hmm. I can strike you with listen, pick up this cup, I'll strike you with it. It's a beating, right? Some people, listen, this is the thing with me.
let's not be specific as to the word as of what it is, right? That's being said, right? It's a beating because a kid was being struck, whether it was with your hand or not. Because being specific to the word would change the dynamic of so much stuff that we say. So let's not really do that because that's not what we do in the real world, right? And a beating, right? You know, I love a real story. And a beating, right? I'm not even a parent that's like really like violent, and especially because I had 3 girls at first, I don't really know how. I just feel like the raising my voice, just when they start crying, the raising my voice just feel like I already did too much. Been in this space. My mama can tell you this. Shout out to Mom Dukes. I was just chilling with her too. Matter of fact, shout out to Mom Dukes. Mom Dukes came through. Mom Dukes, I love you. I love you, baby. Shout out to Mom Dukes. Mom Dukes just came through. But okay, listen. In a moment, my daughter did some shit. Boom. Gave her phone away at school. Boom. Whatever. Boom.
So sweet, though. That was so sweet. I
say I'm gonna whoop your ass. And I stuck to my word. I'm on that. She get there. We talk about it. I say, you know I'm about to whoop your ass. I hit her once. Wham! She started crying real hard.
He probably was like,
I hit her one more time. Wham! She like really having like a seizure down there at this point. I'm like, I'm done. Like, go ahead, put your shit on. And your mama said, my mama said, you a soft ass nigga. Like, you was talking all that big man shit about how you about to whoop her ass and woo. You gave 2 strikes and nigga, you done. You damn near about to cry. Like, nigga, I could see you about to cry. Like, I was really on that though. Like, that's how I was feeling because I didn't really wanna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? That takes me back to my.
It wasn't even that fucking
it just takes me back to my word, right? Standing stern on what you stand on. You feel me? That right there, let her know I don't really even wanna. I don't want her to do this. You know what I'm saying? Now you could take this 2 ways. You could take advantage of this shit and be like, shit, all right, that nigga ain't gonna never really with me for real. You feel me? I can do what I want. Or you can be like, you know what? I did the wrong shit. It hurt me, but you know what I'm saying? We both hurt. You feel me? Kids don't really think like that at the beginning. And I understand that, right? But it took so much out of me. And I probably whooped all of my girls no more. I don't know how to whoop. I'm not a whooping parent. I don't know. But because when I come with the heat, like, yo, look, I'm gonna fuck you up. And I really got a straight face when I say this, though. I'm fucking with y'all when I say this, though. I'm gonna try to give y'all the real one, though. Like, when I do this, like, you know what I'm saying? Now, the girl's a little teenager now, so I gotta come with a different approach. But this been working for me on the level of, you know what I'm saying, before like teenagers. And I really ain't had to come to them like, because I got a group of good girls. Thank you, God. I really love God for this. I really got a group of good girls, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a group of good girls. Like, my son is good, too, but I got to have a group of good girls. I got
teenage
3
girls.
of them, like.
Teenage girls.
I have a group of good girls.
Put that out there now.
I love them. They love me. And, you know, we do our thing. I'm basically the ATM. They call daddy and be like, hey, daddy, how you doing?
Okay.
I need to immediately, because I ain't nobody else gonna never be like, I had to do for them before you. No, we get it, understand it. Because if I don't got it, one thing you gotta know is this: communication. If I don't got it, I say off top, hey, baby, call me back in 3 days. I ain't got it right now. Give me 3 days. Give me 4 days. Give me a week. Shit. Sometimes it be that. I don't got it all the time. I ain't perfect. I ain't got it all the time. I ain't perfect. I'm T double. What she say? I'm T double. I ain't perfect. I'm T double. Nice to meet you. But you feel me? But I one thing I do is I give everything to these kids. You know, I ain't got all the time. I give everything to these kids, and that's just how that works. So within saying that, it just took me off from what I was saying, right? No, but yeah, we ain't. Yeah, I just feel like I'm not gonna say nothing and then not, you know what I'm saying, not treat mine or not be about it like that. About how you said about, you know what I'm saying, it was okay then. No, that's not a thing. I didn't like how you. Yeah, I just didn't like that.
What I say? You didn't like what?
Yeah, I just didn't like that. Yep. Okay, it was okay before to. I mean, it's okay now to say, and you know what I'm saying, say, you know what I'm saying, to have your kids have a whooping, whatever. But then I remember it was a time you rewind episodes. It was a time you said, "Oh, that's not just always the way," and
It's not. It's not, especially nowadays. You better off taking something away from them, or you know. But I understand back in the day, the people that we was talking about, you didn't even have shit to take away. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, some kids don't understand nothing but.
what?
Some kids don't understand nothing but. So, I'm not saying, like I said, I don't feel like you need to be abusive, like torturing, beating on some kids. But it's literally, it says in the word of God, spare the rod, spoil the child. So there is something to be said for punishment. It don't have to be corporal punishment where you beating the kid ass. All kids don't even learn that way. Some kids is just gonna learn how to be violent that way. So, you know, that's why I believe, especially when it comes to your kids, you have to pray about how to get across to your kids. But I never said that, you know, I thought that it was, you should never beat your kids or that you should always beat your kids. Sometimes your kids need their ass beat. I don't care if it's, give me your hand. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna potty train a kid if you don't spank them?
We gonna hold her accountable for that, child. That's all that. We gonna hold you accountable for that.
Tyler.
Me and my people, we gonna hold you accountable for that. And I understand exactly what
and that's literally the last time I had to spank my daughter. I was potty training her. She's 15 now. So I don't believe you just be beating your kids' ass, especially if they don't deserve it.
Yeah, I ain't saying that. What I'm saying is, the difference is we don't enforce it. And I remember explaining how I went through getting my ass beat as a kid.
And that's what I'm saying. You was saying that you was getting your ass beat for no reason.
Absolutely.
I'm not agreeing to or advocating for that. But some kids need their ass beat.
That's not.
Shit.
So that's not. I'm not saying beat the kid ass for no reason. Right, but what I'm saying is, you know, I remember speaking about times I had, and you, even though
you feel like I'm talking about you, and you, I wasn't even.
I'm just speaking about times that you spoke on the situation. That's all I'm saying. On the situation, that's all I can speak about, because I don't know other than when you speak on it. That's all I know. Alright, I'm Charlamagne, and I get looked at bad. That's cool. That's fine. I'm just saying that, you know, I just remember that you said, oh, that's not the way, and I was just like, what should be implemented is just more of that. Like, I feel like we coming away from that, because what we doing is we trying to feel like, I told myself I'm not gonna never whoop my kid, or, you know, that's some crazy shit that we try to live by. When what needs to be understood is that it's a real life out here. Preparation is preparation. No matter what the preparation is. When you getting ready to go to the Navy, if you don't know how to swim, they'll let you sign up. They'll just throw you in the water. You know what I'm saying? They gonna let you. It's just certain shit that's what we just gotta do.
Okay.
To try our very best to prevent certain shit. Right now, we waking up, going to sleep every day into tragic accidents. And I'm not saying that's not from a parent not trying hard, not giving they all. And I'm not saying that because in any way, like, every human being has their own mind. Every human being think for themselves. Every human being gonna do whatever it is that they want to do, especially when they have the leverage to, when you don't have to ask or answer to nobody to do what you want to do. Yeah, you're gonna do it. The problem is, where we are concerned about is there are situations happening with people that are not even adults, and when the situations happen, we have the adults behind it as far as parents, whatever, that want to say, oh, well, this person was that, and that was this, and that was that. We all want to speak for our people. We all want to tell you about the good times. The problem is, don't nobody never want to accept when you sat back and you understood that your person, whatever, your nephew, son, niece, auntie, uncle, was this person. You accepted that when you sat back and accepted that. If you was a person that didn't accept that, listen, I'm sorry for, you know what I'm saying, how whatever happened, you know. Or I'm sorry if it's just not working in your way, if you're a person that's not accepting that. We can only take the approach that we know. So with them being said, we deal with a lot of stuff just with in general. We deal with a lot of shit. Be stern about what it is that you stand for. My word of the day, or you know what I'm saying, my point of the day, or something I want to get across today, my message of the day. Be stern about what you stand for. And I feel like why I'm here to tell you, be stern about what you stand for. Just mean what you say and say what you mean. On all means necessary. So you don't have to say nothing that you don't mean. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, that's just how simple it is. You don't have to say it if you don't mean it. It's the power of tongue. It's the power of. It's just the power. It's the power of the person. It's what you believe. You know, you're gonna speak for what you believe in, and you're gonna let pass what you don't. You know, and so my message just to the people is, I just want us to be more so believing in how we live more so. You know, you can't give a message to a person if you don't live by that, or, you know, be what you say, be who you are, be, you know what I'm saying, be that person. That's just it.
That's not true. That's not true. You can definitely give a message to a person if you're not living by that. We all on a journey, and you can give messages along your journey as you move along. As you're changing, you can deliver a message. So don't let nobody tell you that you can't deliver a message.
Right. Absolutely.
At no point.
I fucked up.
Nobody can tell you what God told you to deliver.
I fucked up.
And nobody can tell somebody where a bum on the street can give you a message, a lesson.
Absolutely.
They might not be living the message that they delivering. That don't mean they don't have a valuable lesson for you.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that's a lie from the pit of hell.
Believe.
To say that you can't deliver a message if you ain't living it. I don't know what I walked into, but I know that was a lie from the pit of hell. I don't know where that came.
No, fucked up.
I'm not sure what led to that.
No, that came from me. I fucked
where
up.
that came from, but you can deliver a message if you're not living it.
That came from me.
And very well. And I advise you not to judge a book by the cover.
Absolutely.
Whatever, like I said.
Yeah.
It could be a bum on the street. As a matter of fact, I just found out about a story where a bum on the street asked somebody for some change or something like that. The person came out and gave them $10. The person ended up giving them $5,000. You never know where your blessing coming from.
Well,
you can't judge a person.
I don't know if that's the same story that I heard. I actually seen some stuff. My bad. No, you
say what?
Okay. Alright, so I had heard a story too that I seen some stuff. I said that because my belief was that can't nobody tell you nothing that they ain't been through, right? But I'ma leave that somewhere else. But maybe they can. That's a story that she could tell you. Cause I don't know that. Cause that's just what I think. But you know me. I ain't perfect. I ain't perfect. I ain't perfect. That's the life we live in. I ain't perfect. So anyway,
the goal is to learn lessons that you don't necessarily have to suffer through. You learn them and then you teach them to somebody else. That don't mean you have to suffer through the consequences of the lesson. You have to actually go through it to learn the wisdom that somebody else might teach you. So that's another lie from the pit of hell.
And you just cut me off, but I ain't tripped like how you did. I ain't never been able to tell nobody a story that I ain't never been through. That's just me. I can't tell you that, but that's just me. But
that's
you. Like I said, you know, check that out. Damn, I forgot I was just about to say something else with it. I forgot, but you know, no, that's fine. You know, hey. I'm not bad. I could be wrong. That's just me. That's how I feel. My feelings is my feelings. I don't feel like I'm wrong to me, but I could be wrong to you guys. So let me not spread no. So that's not what I was trying to do. So everything I said before that, y'all just block that out. Cause I was going to do a whole combo. I was saying some other stuff. Alright, then. Okay, this because, and then we're gonna do this real. I want to say Tamar Braxton. I want to shoot a prayer, some prayer warriors out to her very fast. Tamar been through a situation where she said she feel like, you know, she almost lost her life. They found her in a pool of blood or whatnot. And she said she had went through a situation. Her friend found her in a pool of blood.
Her friend?
Yeah, she had
she didn't name no names?
No, a face injury to the point where her nose was fractured. She was missing a couple teeth. Yeah, the injury was crazy. She didn't say how it happened or what happened.
I didn't know about that, and I got her on here, but it wasn't about that. That's crazy. It's probably connected. That's why I asked you if she named names on who the friend was.
Yeah, no, she didn't say no names, but big prayers out to her.
Absolutely, big prayers out for her.
Yeah, she said she was in a pool of blood, almost lost her life on gang and stuff. So she said when she wrote the little letter, she was barely able to like sit up and like, you know what I'm saying, like had energy. So prayers for speedy recovery for her.
Elaborate on how any of this happened, which
No, the note didn't do
I'm
that.
Sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that.
What happened? It just said the final outcome of the injuries, like she was missing some teeth, she had a fractured nose, So she had a real bad face injury. And
you know what? Lord, forgive me for what I'm gonna say.
No, go ahead. Like, feel free. I just, I pray that it ain't, I just pray that she get to a better space after this, because to go through that is just crazy. Whatever happened. So basically it's all right here. Basically. Fractured nose, missing a couple teeth, bled, is all right here. I don't know what can...
Keep that in mind.
I do know what can happen that can possibly be right there, but I'm not going, I'm gonna go ahead.
Oh, what? What you thinking?
I'm thinking DV. It can be all a problem, DV.
I ain't even thinking that.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Well, I'm not thinking that. I like Tamar, so let me use that as my opening. I'm gonna open by saying I like Tamar. Like, next to Tony, she's my favorite Braxton. You know what I'm saying? Love her voice, love her personality. Like, I relate to her a lot. I feel like Tamar got a lot of unhealed mental health issues. Okay, we're gonna start there. So, I think that Tamar is an extreme attention attention addict. Okay, I think she like the youngest or something like that of all of the Braxtons. Always wanted to come out as the star that she is, but for a long time she was shadowed by Tony and then by her husband, who behind the scenes kept holding her back because he didn't really want her to shine the way that he knew she would if he, did for her what he could. So she's felt held back and betrayed, and she's felt a lot of things that probably was true, but I feel like in a lot of ways, Tamar is that girl that cried wolf that we was talking about in some of these past episodes. To where, I know now we doing this show, you paying attention to a lot more of just like current events, like regular, like shit that you probably wouldn't pay no attention to. You know what I'm saying? As far as Tamar Braxton. This is a pattern with her. You know what I'm saying? This is a pattern. And for me, she not giving, I don't know, is there photos? Okay.
I think there's also...
What, like police reports?
Reports.
Okay, so listen. It's 2025. Okay. You're not finna tell me that all of this is finna happen to you. It's not no video, pictures, first-hand accounts of nobody else seeing what happened to you, right? To the point where... and we know you. You and majority of your family is very well acquainted with plastic surgery, okay? She finna come out with some new teeth and a new nose, okay? And gonna say that it happened. What happened? You know what I'm saying? You not even telling us what happened. First of all, you're not telling us nothing that happened. You just said you had an injury, a face injury. Like, so many stars use that excuse when they want to come out with a new nose. Like, that is like the going lie. Oh, I broke my nose, so I had to get a new nose. Like, they be lying. Now, if she not lying, I hope she not. But I'm just saying, she have done this before. Like, she even faked, like, she have done this before. She like to do stuff to get, bring attention to herself, because she be, even though she about one of the most talented in the family, she don't be getting the attention that she feel like she deserve. I'm telling you. This is what I think about Tamar as a fan. You feel me? I hate to see if I was somebody that didn't like her. This is somebody that like her, but I know this about her. Plus, it's also being widely reported that she got a secret affair going on with Mendices. She been spotted out with him, so that's why I asked, who was the friend? Was she drunk as fuck with him and fell on her face? I ain't even gonna say he beat her ass. I ain't gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? Reportedly, she with Mendices. So what's up with that? He's still married to our girl.
Okay, so As far as that situation, I feel like that got nothing to do with exactly what happened. Her friend that she said she didn't necessarily say a name. And so much she didn't even specify a man
a gender.
Or a woman.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
This is all strategic.
Right, but I feel like to say that you was this close to unalive.
This is not her first time saying that.
Say that she was found in a pool.
She didn't say she didn't say she was in the pool of blood last time. It was something else. It was another way, like damn near drowned. It was some other way that she was supposed to be damn near died. I'm telling you, I wouldn't make this up about her. I love her. I promise you, I would not make this up about her. And if you know what I'm talking about, y'all that's watching this, leave it in the comments. It was maybe like 2-3 years ago. It wasn't even that long ago. Maybe 5 years ago at the most. Because it was like, I'm going to tell you. She was saying that Oxygen or whatever the network that she and her family's show is on, they weren't treating her right. And she was basically about to unalive herself.
So to say that she was found.
I don't know. I just feel like knowing her, how, who, where, what, why. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to know. You can't just tell me no shit like that and don't tell me no details.
People don't get.
I'm gonna pray for you regardless, but come on now.
People don't get real personal on stuff like that, especially not right away. I feel like it was a near sentencing, like unaliving, like you don't get personal. People,
I guess
you
right,
don't, not right away anyway. Like right, if I told you the basics of basically what happened, and I'm coming like to
ask for prayer and
national.
Okay, all right. So I'll just be listening over the course of the next couple of weeks for her to come and tell us exactly what happened, because
maybe she gonna tell you, maybe she not. To some people,
maybe she gonna drop an album.
That stuff
movie,
is kind of personal
like
to some people.
Like Lil Nas X got a project about to come out.
To some people, that stuff is personal, you know. So
either way it go, I pray for Tamar Braxton because I've been feeling like I need to pray for her. I don't think
that Lil Nas X getting locked up and having a whole case is worth an album coming out. That's just different. The case that you picked up.
That shit gonna get thrown on, and he don't care about that.
It's not. It's on video.
And even if it don't, he don't care. He got millions of dollars. He don't care about having a felony. He don't need no job. Shit. He don't have to work again a day in his life if he manages his money right.
Is he not a sex offender?
No, not right now. He not. And he gonna get a good enough lawyer to get.
Are you?
What do you mean, being guilty? What? He not guilty yet. He only charged.
If you're found guilty of that,
if he found guilty of what? Walking around naked outside? I don't know. I don't know the laws in San Fernando Valley, California, where he was at.
I'm pretty sure if you pull your shit out and use it, you're an offender, right?
But he don't care about that though. He don't care about being a sex offender.
We're not talking about what he cares about. We're talking about his image to pay
he
off.
Don't care about that shit.
And we are pushing not playing motherfuckers' music because of what? Like
I don't play Lil Nas X. He's right with R. Kelly. If that's what you're trying to say.
I'm talking about the people in general, right? Are pushing. Don't play. If you know, they push Chingy music to not play when he got caught with Sydney Starr because that was a transgender. It was radio stations telling him we there told for not to play your music. So come on, that's
homophobic. But it ain't about just him being homo. It's about the demonic. It's a lot of homos that still is following Christ. Because you're not going to be perfect when you follow Christ. It don't matter who you sleeping with. But this nigga literally is going against God. He literally has done a bunch of blasphemous stuff. 666 selling shoes with pendulums and demonic verses and everything. He he go out of his way to make sure everybody knows that he is an enemy of the Most High.
So he the first one.
Who cares if he the first one? He the one right now. Who said he was the first one? Did I say that out my mouth?
No, but you acting like he the only one. But that's fine. That, you know, it was just to bring him up to say, like, you know, but everybody gonna have their intake because that's what, you know, that you're entitled to that. Did you have anything else to say about that? Okay, next I wanted to go to the Young Dolph trial. Young Dolph trial is right now being held, and they're going through multiple witnesses at the time. During, you know, they've been through multiple witnesses at the time. The person who ordered the hit on Young Dolph just happens to be Gotti's brother. I'm sure people know that if you're following. But he's also already unalived, so rest in peace to him. That happened, you know, that happened right away. Now, the problem with this case is that the person who significantly said that they were guilty for being one of the trigger finger guys is being left free. I didn't have the time to pull his name up, but I know he's being left free. He's being innocent, and there's people now from, you know, the hometown of, and they're mad about it. They're not letting it slide, and it's probably going to create a problem bigger than what it was. He's probably going to witness protection or something like that. He's not going back to Tennessee. He damn sure not going back to Memphis. He better do something, because you got even rappers like making like statuses on Twitter and shit about it, like the court system let Dolph down, but the hood not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. Yes. That's basically saying, like, it's, you let him walk, it's gonna happen. We gonna take care of dog, because he said deliberately, and I wish that I could remember his name. He said deliberately that he was one of the shooters, and he still was innocent. He said deliberately that they got into it. He probably had some type of deal. That his brother put the money out. No, I'm saying the prosecutors or whatever. Yeah, no, I'm saying what the dude said though. Like he was straight. Like, you know, they had to like almost get it out of him. He ain't just coming there cocky. You know what I'm saying? But in multiple ways, he said that he was a shooter. He said that him and Dolph was into it or whatever, and they were shooting. He was one of the shooters, and they let him walk at the cookies spot. They let him walk, and there will be a problem. Basically, I mean, it's not no problem. He's gonna be well. Listen, rest in peace, Dolph. I loved him. Yeah. And his cousin Key Glock together, like. Their Dumb and Dumber album was like my favorite music from Dolph. So shout out to Key Glock. My condolences to him and, you know, everybody who loved Dolph. Dolph was really Pac-esque type of. Yep, that's how I know I'm done. I don't know how that go, man. Dolph was really a Pac-esque type of artist. So I miss him. You know what I'm saying? And I was just starting to enjoy his music when he passed away. Rest in peace to Dolph. And like I said, my condolences to his family. I just made a mess. So I think that's probably our cue where we're going to wrap this episode up. And you guys,
It has been so good and real as always with you guys. This has been episode 29. Okay, so like literally we growing up in front of your eyes. We're almost 30. Like who would have thought? Who would have thought we would have made it this far? But we have, and listen, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. No spill, no fear, no thrill, you know what I'm saying? No beer. Ha! Because you know I don't drink no beer. Because if I did, my stomach could be bigger than it already is. Alright. But, yeah, I had some other stuff to talk about. I wanted to talk about Kobe Bryant. He got a biopic coming out. Shiloh Sanders. I thought he might like to talk about that. He's been cut, and apparently he's not a football player no more, or whatever. I don't know.
It's not that he's not a player no more. He was just cut from the team. He was at Tampa Bay Buccaneers because he got into a little scuffle. But look for him to be signed somewhere.
To another team?
Yeah, look for him to be signed somewhere to another team. That can possibly happen for him. I don't see him just fading away like that. Deion, there are people trying to tarnish him through his kids, but there are also people that's trying to that loves him. So
that's what I was gonna ask about. I wanted to touch on because it seems like all Deion Sanders' sons is just going through it right now.
Yeah. That's a possibility that they're trying to tarnish him through his kids, but
that's terrible. Nope. Who got the hiccups?
But they will.
Knowing this man already going through health problems.
Yeah, they will live on. They will have a legacy. They will create their own. He even got a daughter that plays college basketball right now. So.
Yeah. Well, shout
out to the Sanders family and doing their thing.
Absolutely. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this before I forget. Two things. So, you had me watching videos of Steven Smith.
Okay.
Think about Kevin Samuels and I mixed it all together. None of that shit rhyme or match. But Stephen A. Smith, you had me watching the videos of him and his daughter, who was like his female twin.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to her though, for real. I love her. I really like her. She is a beautiful little brown girl, and I love the way she keeping her daddy on his toes. First of all, let's start there. And it was absolutely freaking hilarious because we watched all them clips that we watched last night or night before last, whatever it was. The days is mixing together right now. And today I wake up and see that at some point in that same conversation that me and you was watching, she told her daddy that she's in love with LeBron James' son.
I told you. She liked it, one of his kids, which is the youngest one, which he is just now about to go to college, which is probably, he has the best. I want to take nothing away from Brian.
Okay, so where's my phone? Because now I gotta see what it is that she.
I want to take nothing away from Bronny.
So this is his youngest son, you saying?
Bryce, right? That's Bryce.
Bryce. This the one that she liked.
That's the one that she liked. Bryce
James.
I want to take nothing away from Bronny. I love his effort. I love that he is committed to, and I love that he is gonna do it no matter what. He, like LeBron said, he don't gotta play this shit. He's set for life. He don't gotta do this. This is by choice. He wants to. So I love that, he just gets up and he goes every day.
This is not who she got.
Yeah, that's exactly. So going
This is no shade to this young man. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is no shade to him.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
But I'm just saying, like, he does not scream like, oh my god, I got a crush on him.
I mean,
This crush.
what does you doesn't like? It doesn't have to be a certain type of. You can like what you like, right, like. I'm so that loses me there. That loses me.
Okay, that's fine.
Because you see
The same way.
Do you not see people with that you be like, how did you get this person? Like,
The same way how when we was just watching Pop the Balloon and you was like, oh, I would have popped her sooner than this because I'm just not attracted to her. It's the same way.
is that this? I don't. Maybe. Okay, maybe. But you know,
Whatever. It's the
maybe.
same shit. So this young man, I'm pretty sure he's talented. He's handsome, you know.
You're right. You can't judge what nobody else eyes see, right? Like you could be a person that be like, oh my god, this person right here is just absolutely gorgeous to me. And then somebody else see and be like, what? And then you like, shit, what you mean? What? You don't see this?
Like I just said, it's the same thing as when we were just watching Pop the Balloon. And this is what I'm doing. I'm giving my initial reaction to what I saw. You know what I'm saying? This is a kid. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if I'm his daughter, you know, I'm putting myself in my daughter's shoes, or remembering when I was 15, what I was going for. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about not the thug, not the one with the money. No, I'm talking about, I know he is basically a basketball nerd. You understand what I'm saying? I understand that he's a basketball nerd. I understand that he's a football nerd. You know what I'm saying? But he don't got to look like this.
You going?
Man, get the fuck out of here, dog. I'm sorry, what?
Nah, I don't feel like that.
I'm sorry, what?
Nah, you going off straight. You going off straight. What you see a close up and one picture. You have not seen.
No, I'm not. I just looked at the reel before I stopped on this because I thought this one was probably like.
That one is probably a little bit older or anything.
And so I thought this one probably would give the most realistic, watered down, you know what I'm saying? Like if a nigga was gonna look at a girl's picture with no makeup, no hair, no nothing, this is just, you know what I'm saying? I figured this is probably gonna be, if I'm gonna judge him off his worst picture, this is probably it. You know what I'm saying? I hope this is worst picture. And this is a kid. Disclaimer, no PDF files over here. This is just for entertainment purposes and for, you know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, I'm looking at this like Stephen A. Smith daughter, and then he got more than one. This his other kid. Yeah, like if I'm gonna pick one, I'm gonna pick that one. She probably only picked that one because that one's closest to her age, right? I'm asking.
No, I'm letting you go.
I'm asking. I don't
know
go.
if that's why she picked. I don't.
No, I'm asking you. Is it?
I'm saying I don't know.
Is this is the other one? Is this one?
I feel like she could have liked dog. They both.
I'm
they not
asking
too.
you.
Of course, he's closer to her age.
Well, I don't know. I'm asking you. Saying of course. I'm asking.
Oh yeah, he's closer to her age, but shit, the other one not. He only a couple years older than the nigga. They not too many years apart. It ain't like they like 8 years.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's closer
so
to
she
her
probably
age.
don't like near one of them. She really just saying that to piss her daddy off. That's my final answer.
Well, my thing was that it's a possibility. My thing is that you can't tell somebody off a picture. It's been a million times where people say your picture don't give you no justice or nothing like that. Also, on top of generations are just different. You can like what you like. Right now, today, you see some of the what you think is the most attractive people with some of the like what in the world people. So, it's not to your discretion, is what it is. Somebody else seen or was attracted to somebody in a way that they feel like, hey, I like this person. I can be seen outside with this person. You may feel like, hey, why is that? Who? How did this?
I didn't
But
say
it's
that.
not to
I'm
your
not saying that's not.
discretion.
Yeah, you're right.
That's that's what I'm saying. How could she like? Because she's probably seen him in person. She's also the daughter of a famous broadcaster, so she's probably been to games or stuff in the area. She got the privilege to possibly see him in person. She probably seen something that she liked. That's not
Motherfuckers do
far-fetched.
look way better in person than they do on these pictures. So.
And then you got some people that look way better on the pictures than they do in person. It's not far-fetched. I mean, it's possible. I don't believe it was just to make him mad. It could have been, though. It could have been the scripted, a whole little deal. I don't think so. I think that because I feel like she could have picked Bronny. That would have made him even more mad. Because he had a whole little thing on Bronny. That would have made him even more mad. Especially he a couple years older. That would have even more mad. But I think that's generally a thing that she probably really do like. That's what she pay attention to. One thing about her that is you can't just turn on knowing sports and turn it off. I'm sure you know about, it's not something that you can just be like, oh, you know what, I can turn on a day and then I'm going to turn it off for the rest of the week. You got to follow up. Which is why people pick and choose the sports that they like. Because what they can follow up with. It's a follow-up. For her to know all of this, she ain't just learned about dogs yesterday. She been watching them. Her pops is like anybody. She look up to what he do. He been covering what for how long? As long as she can remember, she been remembering. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't take that away from her. Like him for real. I think she liked him for real. That was just her opportunity to say. And one day, I feel like she will be a successful broadcaster or whatnot or what. So that's in her future. She does it very well. If she don't do that, that's always something in her back pocket. Because she do it so good. She do it well. Shout out to her. Shout out to Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your daughter. She does a good job. Shout out to both of y'all. For sure. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
What you about to say?
I'm not going to say it because it's not nice. And it don't even have nothing to do with shit. So.
Guess we see what type of time she's on.
No, it don't have nothing to do with you either. It had to do with my baby daddy, and that's don't got shit to do with shit.
I mean, it kind of was relevant.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's not relevant. I'm not gonna say that.
Understood. I want to put this in there from my McDonald's people. Because now, I guess we're coming close to wrapping it up somewhere in here eventually. For my McDonald's people, if you eat McDonald's and you feel like, you know what, I've been paying too motherfucking much. McDonald's fucking went too high. This shit costs too motherfucking much. If you feel like that, let me tell you this. McDonald's about to do you a favor. They coming through with some shit for you. So what they about to do is, they about to cut the cost on combo meals. Listen to what I tell you. On combo meals. I'm not telling you about to go in that bitch and get
what
some...
What about the $5?
Oh, yeah.
That's a combo, though.
If it's a combo meal, they cutting the cost up to about 15%. Because somewhere in there, somebody realized that this shit costs too much. Is what you. Is what they realized. They realized that and they gonna take this shit down to about 15%. Now,
that's good though.
I guess because I'm not a McDonald's eater like that, I'm not true. It's only to the combo meals though, right? So I guess it's not as good as what you think. It's only to the combo meals. Listen when I tell y'all this. It's only to the combo meals. Not going there talking about T-double sent y'all in there. And
one quarter pounder and you want 15% off. No, you gotta get the fries and the drink with it.
On the $1 menu. I ain't tell you that. Don't go in there talking about time to talk it out since y'all in there.
First of all, don't go over there talking about time to talk it out since you there talking about no damn dollar menu because it ain't been a dollar menu.
I don't give a fuck if it's a $5 menu. If you ain't got the combo, baby, you're not getting. But you're not getting a percentage off. But it don't start until early September. So make sure y'all be looking out for the start of when it happens. It's gonna be, combos on breakfast.
15% off.
Up to.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Up to 15%.
Around about 15% off. Well, up to around about the same thing. And on combo meals. Combos only. That's only on the combos. Remember y'all heard that.
Okay, so do you have to order this through the app?
Well, it's gonna go down in general altogether. They gonna have, I seen that they had like certain combos kind of highlighted. And I just didn't mark them down, but you gonna once they change it, you should be able to go. You should be able to go through anywhere. The app, the store.
I'm sorry, y'all. I tried to hold it.
It hasn't changed yet. It's going to change.
I couldn't. Yeah, early September. I got it right here. Trust me, because 7 loves McDonald's.
Kids love McDonald's.
I like McDonald's in the morning. I can't even lie. So
yeah.
I'll stop down there and grab me a
every once
egg
in a while.
McMuffin. Yeah, hash brown. Sometimes I just get a hash brown or two. You know what I'm saying? I might not even get a whole sandwich.
Sausage egg McMuffin for your boy. I gotta get something nice. Sorry.
That's good too, but them pancakes. Don't sleep on them. Them hot cakes. Don't sleep on them.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never.
Really?
Is that like pancakes?
Oh, yeah. And McDonald's hotcakes you really don't sleep on them. Because they got this sweetness to them. You know what I'm saying? If you really hungry and real quick, they good.
If I'm not mistaken, Burger King bringing out some wings.
It don't surprise me. McDonald's had the mighty wings. So, yeah, they late.
Yeah, but you
don't remember the mighty wings?
I do, but I know I be different to other stuff. Like, so you say like the hot cakes. I be different to other stuff. Like, I don't really.
You had a mighty wing from McDonald's?
I ain't gonna say I had them, but I know what you know what I'm saying. I know what they are.
Yeah, because you had them before. You just didn't have them from McDonald's because you know how you had that certain kind of wing. They got that like peppery kind of like damn near Checkers fry seasoning on them.
Oh yeah, I know.
And there was little wing dings.
I know. I ain't never had that.
That was good. I liked them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they was wing dings. Yeah. Just like how we be watching the YouTube videos and people be overseas and we watched that one video, they had a whole bucket of chicken and it's like that. But they used to come in this little, you seen Chick-fil-A nugget little things. Yeah, but when it was happening, I was young.
Yeah, so
I
know it.
I'm just leave that. Yeah. I ain't gonna say you was probably still getting Happy Meals. But...
Some peppery wings, I would have turned down.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't even. You might have got them when they first started doing the commercials and shit. You probably was like, "Ooh, I want some," you know. And then once you tasted, you was like, "No, I don't want this." You gave it back, and then you never had.
I remember seeing the Mighty Wings, but I didn't grow up in a household that you were gonna get. No, neither.
Some new shit just because it was new at McDonald's.
You probably weren't going to get fast food just because.
She cooking at home in the kitchen.
Absolutely, and then when we went out, we made that
a family thing.
It was a make it happen type deal. So you got pizza or you got something in a bundle, fried chicken or something.
Yeah.
We didn't get.
Ooh, and older people love KFC.
We did not get Mighty Wings. I do not like KFC. Well, KFC, no.
You ain't
KFC is my favorite.
You ain't even that older though.
No, I didn't say that, but I grew up older. But KFC is probably my favorite out of all of the big three. Popeyes, Church's.
I was about to say, which one is my favorite?
Which one is your favorite? Yeah. You will probably have to have all around. Yeah, because I ran out of stuff. You see how one of
I got more stuff, but...
Oh, wow, she got more stuff and been holding back. That's crazy.
I haven't been holding it back. I just been trying to segue. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, one more. Let's end with one more.
Okay. All right. So, we'll end with something that's... It's not necessarily positive, but...
It ain't negative.
It's negative a little bit.
Okay, let's go with.
So maybe I shouldn't.
No, let's go with. You picked it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Some stuff just got to be said.
Yeah, I feel like this need to be said.
So let's do it.
So I'm just in with it because I feel like it need to be said, and I want to, you know, in a way, dedicate this episode to this person. Because if it wasn't for the work that this person put in on YouTube, and as far as content creation, as far as black content creators go, and I'm going to put you up on it because you might not know.
Okay.
One of our own YouTube creators, his name was Malik Taylor. His page was called The Unpopular Party. He used to sit up and eat. You know how I be like, let's eat in front of the camera. People like that. Like, he used to sit up and eat, and sometimes he wouldn't even eat it. He would just have it sitting there, like, type shit. You know what I'm saying? But he would eat, and he would talk about current events and give his unpopular opinion. You know what I'm saying? Which was a lot of times, really, the popular opinion. You know what I'm saying? But it was not the politically correct opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, he unfortunately lost his life. Yeah. So I'm gonna miss him because, like, I'm literally subscribed to him. Even before I started doing videos.
Was it like a tragic accident?
It was some tragic stuff. Yeah, it was tragic. It was tragic. I don't want to go completely all into it, but yeah. So, I want to say it was like an accident. It might have been a car accident or something. It was tragic. And, I just want to make sure that I acknowledge him and his contributions to the black YouTuberverse. And I want to acknowledge his friends and family, send a big condolences. Sending prayers out for you guys' peace and serenity in this time of need. And we thank you, Lord, for him and all the ways that he paved for us YouTubers, black YouTubers especially. And, you know, we just thank you guys for shooting with us in the gym, okay?
Absolutely.
If you haven't already, make sure that you have subscribed to this channel, Time to Talk It Out. We appreciate all of you guys who have already subscribed to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to Life of T Double, okay? First of all, I want you to acknowledge him and give him his flowers because he stays up very late and has to go to work very early to give you guys this live raw, uncut content. So we're gonna give him his flowers while he's okay. Yeah. Appreciate you, T Double. We love you. And we thank you for giving your
Very well. I enjoy it. So before it's anything that's like, I'm doing something out of my way, I enjoy this time with you guys. I really, I really just like to interact with people, and whether it's news that you've known or something I'm telling you that you know about or something that we're coming to you. I personally, I know we love it as a group. I personally love interaction. So to know that you guys are just here,
I love it.
Just interacting, just shooting in the gym, like regular, like what we say, just shooting. It's very well appreciated on my end, and I know it's very well appreciated on Jen's end. I just know. Just just to say that the little moments that we go through or whatever it is that we go through, I appreciate, the acknowledgement, but I don't mind it. I'm not taking it as if, I'm doing something that's just like, hey, this is taking me away. I enjoy every moment. I want you guys to know, Of course, she knows because we go through this little moment every Monday coming up where she asks, "You ready for time to talk it out?" And of course,
I do. I ask them that every Monday earlier in the day. I'm like, "You ready? You ready?"
Yeah, of course. So I got a crazy answer because I'm like, "Well, I don't know," or
I'm doing
maybe
this.
not. Or
that's funny. I like how you acknowledge that you do that every week.
Yeah, I'm like,
is that on purpose?
It kind of is, because I'm always working, so just to keep the excitement rolling within the whole family.
And I'm going to still ask you.
And I'm going to still give you the same answer, But just to keep the excitement rolling, I'm always working for you guys. She's always working for you guys. We just always love to know that you guys are just here with us, leaving a comment, a like, anything, a hi, anything, just to know that you guys are here with us, like you guys been doing the whole time is a great feeling for us, you know what I'm saying? So,
we love you.
With that being said, man.
May the Lord watch between me and thee while we are so one from another.
Absolutely, and thank you for watching.
Man, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get all of our latest episodes. Life of T Double, LYFETDOUBLE. Is there a TV after that?
That's it.
That's it. LYFETDOUBLE. No, LYFETDOUBLE. Because it's Life of T Double. Okay, you following his life. Also, what you guys need to understand is there is a new channel.
We working. We just always working. In a minute,
T Double TV is real.
In a minute, what y'all gonna see me do is that Chris Brown challenge. If y'all want to see me do that Chris Brown challenge, man, let me know, man. I'm dropping.
I want to see. Ooh, I'm sorry.
I studied it already.
I want to see it.
Shut up.
Oh, the freak on. You asked me that. I want to see you do the TV, the Chris Brown challenge.
I was saving this. Because I want to see.
Yes.
Shout out to my boy.
Yes.
Official Chris.
Yes.
Listen,
yes.
Y'all wanna.
Yes.
Listen, because.
Yes.
Listen, because.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that shit is happening next week.
Alright.
It's happening next week.
Put that in motion ASAP, so.
It's happening next week.
Listen, y'all want to see that?
He gonna do it for sure, and he might teach me half of it.
Listen, if I'm gonna do one where it's gonna be me, and then the second one it's gonna be us together. So ain't no half of it. She gotta learn.
Now the second one ain't promised, but the first one he promised because he been practicing already.
I ain't even. I just seen it. Listen. This how I know.
Now y'all heard.
Y'all just gotta tune in.
Now y'all know.
I ain't gotta do nothing. I just watch. Y'all already know.
And what song is that too?
I treat you well, I treat you well, I will. Hey, listen.
That's him featuring who?
I'm on that.
What's that called? Depends.
I don't even know what the name of it is.
Hold on, we got to get to the bottom of this before we move off of here because...
What I'm telling y'all is the Chris Brown challenge. I'm knocking it out.
Wait.
And I'm putting
the Chris Brown challenge
made you look 2 times.
It depends. I knew it was depends, because I was like, depends.
I'm putting it on my TikTok.
The old people panties.
Like, I'm about to do that. I'm about to go crazy. That's coming up for y'all. So I'm about to get back in my.
Oh yeah, he be like, oh yeah, I think I might be able to do that, cause he be like. I could do. Yeah, you gonna teach me that? Yeah, we can. Yeah. Yeah, we doing that. Yeah. I already know it though. I could even do that. Got me fucked up. I don't know it. So it's gonna be even funnier though to watch him teach me.
Yeah, y'all just gotta tune in though, man. Listen, it's all fine. You know, that's the serious. Well, we gotta keep the real. But we're gonna have
but no, I'm seriously mad because his ass has been running around here learning to dance and ain't told me nothing. This is what I'm saying. He's talking about communication.
I just been watching it. I've been watching it. I'm a dancer, so y'all already know. I get that. You know what I'm saying?
Where's his daughters at?
They be trying to make fun.
Yeah, right. Is he a dancer? I didn't even know.
I really get in. That's where they got it from. I don't be understanding. Where do
they get it from their mamas.
How I do all of them. No.
Oh, easy.
No. Hey, and the common denominator to all the dancing.
You is annoying as fuck. Because that's true. You is the common denominator. You know what?
That's where they get
on that note, dancing on Miami Beach doing the last challenge that was viral.
She's trying to find anything, but I'm gonna show y'all the new one though. Make sure y'all watch it, man.
And he gonna teach me too.